Ciampa in jeopardy now, realizing perhaps he shouldn't have been fighting Vince. Perhaps feed into the teaching, the A-lister of what the Grand Slam champion here in WWE.
All right. We're going to try and finish this.
Ciampa with the steel chair to the rib cage of the Miz. That's going to turn all the Miz out of his.
Uh-huh. All right. Hopefully we can get the rest of this out. I don't know why my internet's being a pain in the ass, but it is. You know the deal, Kane. So I kind of missed everything that Cody Rhodes said because I kind of fast forwarded it once my internet came back up to get to where it was live. Why ain't Jimmy here to support you? He's probably lurking. Probably. You know, Kane, passed out for a minute. I missed it too. That's all right, Joseph. I forgive you. Been up since 5:30, trying to get him to type. Jimmy, type for Kane. Type for Kane, Jimmy. Do it for Kane. Do it for Kane. Ah, there he is, Kane. Always lurking, Kane.
Maybe too much. This next one is about the
I knew it. Stop waiting in lines at drive-through just to place an order. Joe. Joe. So, Joe, the next NXT pay-per-view is going to be in Lowell. Is it Boston? I think it's Boston. You should go, Joe. Go for the spirit. I can't go, so you might as well. Oh, no, it's AEW that's going to Boston. That's what it is. Blood and Guts is going to be in Boston, I believe. Cheers. Thank you all for coming back for all 3 streams. Finish it. No AEW. Boo. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get into AEW. I watch it. But the Owen Hart tournament's going on again. It's going to be, of course, CM Punk. And I think we'll get the other finalist Wednesday, I think. Hello, Schmitty. How are you? Thank you, Joseph. I love you guys too. Smitty, how are you, sweet love? So, Miz is getting a table. I'm not into it. If I watch I watch it, but no. And that's why I don't stream it, Joe, because most everybody I know aren't that into it. And I know I started streaming it for a little while, and it was just too much between WWE and AEW. And now they got 3 shows a week because they started Collision on Saturdays. I'm glad you're great, Smitty. My girlfriend doesn't even like AEW. Yeah. Last week on NXT, I thought for sure that what's his face was gonna end up turning on his team that went against, you know, the tag team match where the loser leaves NXT. But I think what's going to happen is the brothers, I think they're going to end up coming up to Raw or SmackDown. That's what I think is going to happen. Because they need another time. Especially with Big E. Yeah, Diamond Mine. Yes, thank you, Joe. With Big E out, Kofi's out. So that gets rid of New Day. We have the Brawling Brutes, but we haven't really seen them. We haven't seen the Good Boys with AJ. Oh, he is fucking the Miz up with that trash can. So I think Diamond Mine is going to end up coming up. That's what I think. And I think that's why it's loser leaves NXT. I'm waiting for that chick on Chase U to turn on Chase and go to the other guys. Me too, Joseph. Although I've also been waiting for, hopefully, Smitty, we put a offer in on a house over the weekend. We put it in yesterday. Oh, there's Bronson Reed. We're just waiting for a response of whether they accept it or they counter our offer. My realtor says we should hear something, he thinks, by tomorrow evening. So we will see. But yeah, we put an offer in, so. I know you love Bronson Reed, Joe. But I mean, I get that the Miz probably hired him. But I almost feel like they don't know what to do with him, Joe. Because he's been involved in so many feuds that have gone nowhere. I mean, if you think about it, the Shinsuke Nakamura one, the Ricochet one, when they were going for the Money in the Bank. Thought you was talking about me, Joseph. He loves you too, Schmitty. I mean, and like, and I think that's why they're involving him with the Miz. If you haven't noticed, as much as the Miz hasn't gone anywhere, they use him a lot to propel other guys. They did it when Drew McIntyre came back. They did it when John Morrison came back. I think they're doing it with Reed now. And I think partly because they're getting a mixed review from the fans. Like, and they're not, I don't think they're really sure on what they want to do with them. Two. I still can't believe that they're having these two as number one contenders, Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. I thought for sure that Carter and Chance were going to be.
Momentum on the side of the number one contenders, Deville and Chelsea Green.
Next week, I think it's gonna be just.
Liv Morgan, Joseph.
Very interesting. You guys are gonna be ringside for our match now? Why? Why? You could do that. Right? Deal with it. But don't worry, we are more than ready to defend these titles. We're good. We're more than ready to win them.
Oh, Rhea Ripley.
Tag team division. Stay out of my business. You got in my business for the second time last week.
You got my business for the second time. That's strike 3. No, Smitty, I gotta work. I'm working at 12 tomorrow, at 12 Wednesday, and then I'm off on Thursday.
Who said we?
I picture exactly like that. You didn't mean it like that. We have somewhere to be actually. We have somewhere to be. Chelsea, go now.
Chelsea, go now.
It's pretty clear that I'm aware that we're just not scared of you.
We're just not scared of you.
You disrespected Nadia. Then we're gonna keep this. Deal with it.
We're gonna stop you. Deal with it. Oh, Marty's being a bully. She said basketball, 3 strikes. I am off tomorrow, Smitty. Joseph is off tomorrow, Smitty. It's his girlfriend's birthday, Smitty. But this week I'm doing, this month I should say, I only have 1 double. I'm doing more 12s than I am doubles. Because they didn't have many they didn't have many full 8-hour shifts. That's pretty funny. It's an Abe Lincoln. It's Abe Lincoln.
Say 20%.
A 12-month head start. 18 got wow. The nation's best scientists working
Secret laboratory. It's never there until it's done. They improvise and put this. You can do in your head. This is the most important thing to ever for the next 3 of them.
Kenneth, what's up? How are you? Get the panel going. That's not funny, Kane. I was actually thinking about maybe doing a panel after. Because I'm not really tired. Pick up Jimmy Slack. He didn't go live. He don't go live no more. Goes, can't go all night, Kane. She works tomorrow. Yeah, I won't be going all night, Kane. No, Joseph is off tomorrow. Mike, what's up? How are you? I'm working at 12 tomorrow.
Saved on every one. Get iPhone 14 Pro on Switch. It's you guys.
Save it with Liberty Mutual, Mom. They customize your car insurance.
I'm glad you're doing good, Kenneth. On the top of the pile. Liberty. I'm wicked. Oh, it says hi, wicked.
Staying in doesn't mean you can't go all night. Paying for your buck.
I wish I was off tomorrow, Kane. Although it shouldn't be too bad. Codio, hello, how are you? I'm down here because her bachelorette's on. Oh, yell that. Oh, you better say hi to me, Kane. You don't want to hurt my feelings, buddy. You should do a panel. It would be a good time. Plus, no one else is live. I'm thinking about doing a panel once wrestling ends. I'm thinking about it.
Latest styles and trends.
Hi, Cody. How are you? Yep. No one's on. Woohoo. Oh. Oh, I thought I was going to lose my internet again. Because it paused. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. What up, bro? Oh. If I do a panel, I'm going to have to make Jimmy co-host. Just so if my internet goes out in here, I don't think he's lost internet once. Don't like these two rookies. Oh, are these the rookies, Joseph? Which ones you talking about?
Vanity, Carter, and Jansen Page tonight are the current #1 contenders, Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green.
The one, the drop kick, the dancers. You don't like them, Joseph? I like them. I like them more than I like the other Chelsea Green and. Doing good, Cody. Not much going on though. I mean, and I think part of it, Joseph, is I see them on TikTok and I like their TikTok videos. And I think that's where they get a lot of their popularity is from their TikTok videos. But the one that's in the ring now with braids, I've liked her ever since I saw her compete in the May
Harder all the way.
tournament. The May fuck. She was one of the new people that came in to the women's tournament they had on NXT.
Chelsea Green, Sonya Deville did last week. The tag team
Smitty, gotta hop up on panel when she does open panel. Hang out and have some fun. Smitty, I would love for you to be on my panel, Smitty. I would be as excited as I was the first time that WTF Mike came on my panel. I was giddy the first time WTF Mike came on panel. I was like, oh my God, I have Mike on my panel. I have WTF Mike on my panel. Now I'm just like, what the fuck, Mike? Seriously. Yes, Green stole the W. See, I don't even know why I don't like Chelsea Green. There's just something about her that rubs me the wrong way. Thank you, Schmitty. I love you too. You're kind of popular. And I remember, so Mike was in my chat one day and Wrestling Forever timed him out because Mike was bad mouthing wrestling. And I went to Jimmy and I'm like, oh my God, some of one of my mods, they timed out WTF Mike. What do I do? Do I message Mike and apologize? And Jimmy went back and read my chat, and Jimmy goes, Mike was literally begging someone to time him out for a reason for him to leave because you were talking about wrestling. I'm like, oh. But it was shortly after that that I made Mike a mod in my chat. You're not a nobody, Smitty.
we can embarrass this guys, but I really embarrass this guys. I talked to my dog, Adam Pierce, and I got
I absolutely love you, Smitty. And everybody I know loves you, Smitty. Check out Buffalo and see what it's got to offer. Drew McIntyre said, I want to go to Buffalo, Jimmy. Let's go to Buffalo real quick. Exactly, Cody. And I have to say, like, Mike is a goofball in real life too. He's just a goofball. Like, I can't help. And his wife Sarah is like the biggest doll. So, X-Men tag team match. I mean, I have to say, when we first moved, Mike and Sarah have done so much for us with our move here, and they've helped us out a lot. Out is Brennan. Oh, and it's the Thomas. Can you see the Thomas? I don't know if you can see the Thomas. Oh, you can barely see the Thomas. You can barely see the Thomas. Let me see if I can. There he is. He's looking. Thomas is looking. The lurking bubbas, huh? The lurking bubbas. You lurking? Huh? You lurking? Come here, bubbies. Say hi to Smitty. Come on. You wanna come up here? Come on. Fine. Don't. He is Smitty. He is a great guy. His Sarah, they both have like a heart of gold. Say hi, Smitty. Oh, yep. There was all he sniffed my cup and I had rum in it. So he was like, ew. He's still my bubbas. Even though he gets mad at me sometimes when I go out and pay attention to Fat Thomas.
Yeah, that was fun. But-
Cats will be cats.
Get exclusive offers with Summer Dash Pass.
Hey guys, ready for question? Is it bad to swallow? Hey, did you?
Did you swallow your lime? No, he swallowed his lime.
It's not a surprise.
He swallowed his lime.
Here's exactly what goes in it. Now she gets to pick only the fruits she wants and saves on every one. Act now and get iPhone 14 Pro on us. You switch. It's your price. That's the new Backyard Bacon Ranch signature snack. burger.
Backyard Bacon Ranch.
You're taking this backyard really serious. Get it. It's a bacon burger. It's
It takes two to make a out of sight. So Monday Night Raw is on USA. Friday Night SmackDown for the time being is on Fox. But apparently Fox didn't renew their contract with WWE. So they're going to be looking, they have the option to look at other networks now. So I don't know. There is a chance where they merged with the UFC that they could end up. Yeah, Joseph, Fox didn't renew their contract with them. So all they have, they're basically, I guess, just there is till they find another. I don't know if they would go back to sci-fi. I don't think sci-fi gets enough popularity. I was thinking where they've signed with UFC, it might give them a little bit more signing, like it might give them a little bit more leverage. And they may be able to make it a package deal where whatever network would show both UFC. Yeah, that's the thing, Cody. It's on a lot later for you guys because Jenna's husband used to always want to watch wrestling with me, but it would always start when ours was over for him. That's when it would be starting, which never made sense to me, but it won't be Peacock, Joseph, because NFC, they have nothing to do with Peacock. Yeah, Cody. The Ring General. See Thomas back there? He's lurking out in the hallway outside of the room. Like you can't see him. Yeah, Smitty. So yeah, I think they're gonna use their merging with UFC as a bargaining chip type of thing. I mean, I don't know what network show UFC. Invisalign. So it's a 6-man tag. It's Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus Judgment Day, because Judgment Day gangs up on Seth, and Kevin and Sami came down and helped him earlier in the show. Up, he crawled under his bed. That's where he hides. Not hides, but that's where I find him, either under the dresser over there or under my bed. Dominic Mysterio. So I could see Joseph at some point, like Survivor Series, having Judgment Day versus Seth, KO, Sami, and Becky. They would both need a mystery tag partner, but I could see that at Survivor Series. I know they don't do the traditional Survivor Series matches like they used to back in the day. Now it's always Raw versus SmackDown, but your tomatoes doing good. Nice. My onion was doing good till the goddamn maintenance guy came by with the weed whacker. We don't know if it's going to survive now. He like chopped everything. He chopped people's flowers, like literally everything. The guy went crazy with the weed whacker. I agree to that. So, like, I think if Judgment Day got, I don't know who else would be a good person to be a mystery partner. Maybe like saw something quick, SmackDown on FS1. Oh, okay. Are there any play? Oh, what possessed Joyce? What the hell was wrong with them? I know, Smitty. I was mad when I noticed that. Like, and then I went out for a cigarette to the back of the house, and so many of the apartments had beautiful flowers that were growing. They're all gone. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, that dude went crazy. Like I was, because they were beautiful flowers, beautiful. But I don't think they were ones that the current tenants living in those apartments planted, because it was like every other building had the same flowers. So I don't know if it was like something that like the old management company did or whatever. But yep, he done went crazy. Resting weed whacker spool sitting here, just sit and do it. But yeah, I was none too happy, Smitty. Not only did he chop up my onion, but he took away the pretty flowers. Bastard. Kevin Owens, cannonball off the top rope, takes out all of Judgment Day. Such shame. I hate that. Yeah. I mean, it was only one onion. It was one that started growing in the fridge. So we were like, fuck it, we'll see what happens. We'll plant it. Fuck it, it'll either grow or it won't. He just made the list. Ray Carson, how are you? I mean, so it wasn't like it was it may grow, it may not grow, but it was actually starting to like firm up, you know, like the stems. So I thought maybe it was going to go somewhere. So we're going to wait and see what happens if we're here long enough to see what happens. If not, I can always find a little patch in the other yard to grow a little garden. I can claim a little patch of the yard as my own. It'll put a garden would probably survive there longer than it would here, because we have the bunnies and the squirrels. And you're welcome, Ray. I just happened to see one of your things pop up on my recommended, and I went to it and I'm like, oh wow, I'm not subscribed to him. When is SummerSlam? It is in 5 weeks, I think they said. So the last week in August, I think. Grow some onions at Mike's farm. Well, I don't think Mike hasn't even planted anything out of his farm, Joseph. Because of the flooding last year, I think they have to wait for the nutrients to come back up in the soil. Yeah, I know, Smitty. He may not have realized what it was, because my neighbor too said that they frown upon people planting edible food. That they'll let you plant flowers, but he also cut down other people's flowers. So on the house, Mike, is that what you're talking about? Any luck yet? My realtor thinks we'll hear something by tomorrow evening. We put in an offer on one of the houses. We're just waiting for either a counter or for them to accept. We put it in yesterday. So, but my realtor reached out to me today and he said from what he's heard, we could hear something as early as tomorrow evening. So, keeping the fingers crossed. The house that we put an offer in, we both like for different reasons. Jimmy likes the price. I like it doesn't need a whole lot of work, and it has a little cottage feel to it because it's a smaller house. Still a 3-bedroom, but it's a smaller house on a small lot. The laundry is on the main level. So, and it's cheap enough that we can. Eric Wallace, hello. Oh, I am Eric. Thank you. And it's cheap enough that we could pay it off in a few years and use it as equity to buy something bigger if we decide we want to stay here a little bit longer, or invest the equity into a bug out trailer or what have you. Yeah, the little one that you liked. Yeah. The one that Jimmy showed on the stream and everybody liked it. Yeah, that one. You could move in, Joseph. But yeah, it was the little one that Jimmy showed on his stream that everybody liked. And I was still unsure of it at the time. Well, we actually saw it in person last week, because the day that we looked at all the other houses, the realtor couldn't get us in that day because the woman wasn't available. Or she was home or something. So we had to wait till last week, and then we saw it. And I really like the small, like it really has a cottage feel to it. Let's get bunk beds. You're both welcome, Smitty. I'll take you both. Rollins big kick to Dominic too, and Dominic kicks out. Oh, we're good with that. We had like at least one solid day of nothing but rain. And every day, or at least a few times a week, it's rained for a little bit. Nothing major, but we had that one day of rain, and then like a couple of times a week we've had little showers, and so I think we're pretty good. If it keeps at the pace it is, I think we'll be good. Oh, Smitty, we love you too, buddy. I would absolutely love to have you with us. That would be awesome. I saw Baylor Days and Judgment. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, Ray. I see Judgment Day imploding, starting with Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Yep. Oh, she could still stay. There's another room. I mean, there would be, so one of the rooms would be Jimmy's office, but we could throw a bed in there. No, Ray, I don't either. Not for a little while, at least. I see the feud between Finn and Seth going on for a little bit. Oh, Dominic was so close. Triple bunk bed. Oompa. Listen, you disgruntled tall man. That's what you are. You're a disgruntled tall man. You're just disgruntled. You're tired of having to bend and duck down to get into any of the smallest places. That's all it is. Cody, I can move in with you. And Smitty, too, like, we could always put out, we have tents We have a couple of tents. We could camp out. Because one of the things we were thinking about of doing with the escrow, if we don't put it in the bug out van, is to buy a piece of land to park our bug out van on or whatever. So we could we could get that piece of land and we could all just camp out on the land. Just camp out. There's a whole lot of land around here for sale. And it's pretty cheap. Oh no, Jamie and Priest slams Sammy. But yeah, so that's what we were thinking, Smitty. If we don't buy another house, we were thinking about buying one of the patches of land. And that will give us the option of buying a trailer and putting that on it, or just using it for when we build our bug out trailer and travel somewhere to come back to. Priest and Finn Balor are staring each other down. Yeah, these two are going to go at it. Oh, they're hugging now. Yeah, it did, Joseph. All right, let me grab the link and I'll send Jimmy the link. Send Jimmy the link. Let's see. Let's see. I might regret this, but there we have it. All right, Jimmy, you have a link. Mike, you have a link. They're gonna feud soon. Yeah, I think so, Ray. All right. So for those of you that don't know, now that wrestling is over, we can resume the wrestling talk on my next stream. We're gonna take a break on wrestling talk. Good morning, sweetheart. WTF Mike, Cody said. One last thing about wrestling before they all come up. I was talking to a lurker who lurks but doesn't always talk and chat in my streams. And we were talking about, and this was before Money in the Bank, how it would be cool if Io Sky won the Money in the Bank and cashed in on Asuka. If you don't know, the two of them have a history in Japan. They belong to a 3-person team with Io Sky's real sister, and they feuded. They had like one of the best feuds in Japan for women. So we were saying it would be really cool if Io won the Money in the Bank and cashed in on Asuka, and then Io won the money. This was like before Money in the Bank, so it was kind of cool when she actually won. And I was like, oh, I wonder if they'll actually do that. I think that would be a really good match, Io versus Asuka. But that's the last thing I have to say about wrestling for when these other people come up here, because you know, not all of them like to talk about wrestling. And they won't come up if we're talking about wrestling. So if we want them to come up, we can't be talking about wrestling. Me and you, and it was me and Nora too, Joseph. Is it a trivia? So Cody, Mike has this thing where he likes to call me one of the lollipop guilds or an Oompa. So yeah. Wrestling talk over. Yeah, asking for a friend. Yes, it's over. Oh, I'm going to bed. I got fishing to do. Fine. Go to bed. Nobody wanted you up here anyway. Bullshit. Bullshit. Oh, haha, I gotta go. 2 apples tall. What's 2 apples tall in blue, Cody? I learned this yesterday from Mike and Sarah. A Smurf. That's what's 2 apples tall and blue. Joseph Crow, do not encourage the children. For fuck's sakes. And Jimmy, get your ass up here so I can go make another drink. God damn it. God damn. Joseph Girl, if I send you a link, you're off tomorrow, Joseph. You have no excuse. If these other slackers don't get up here, Joseph, you better. I don't hear any dinging. He's going to make me go out there. He's probably not even lurking anymore. He probably has muted my stream and is watching something else and has no idea that I sent him a link. God damn it. Exactly, Kane. Yeah, Cody, he's busy. Okay. I'm all over here, bud. Mike, I don't have you anywhere, so I can't send you the link. If I give it to Nora, maybe Nora can say, is Nora up? Maybe Nora's up. I think Nora's up. Maybe I can get some real talent up here and get Nora and Squirrel up here. That'll be real talent. Let's see. We'll see. Hit Jimmy in the head with the tennis ball. You're hilarious, Mike. I did. Well, damn. Found you. I know you helped me find you, but I found you. Take the camera and sneak up on Jimmy and scare the shit out of him live. What Kane said. Sure. Sure. Doo-doo.
Good. Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I could be better, but I'm doing okay.
You doing okay? That's all we
Yeah.
can ask. All right,
Well,
let me.
I'm fine. I'm not dying. I'm good.
At least you're not dying. That's one
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go poke Jimmy, and I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh. Oh. Make funny sounds on purpose. Spread tension. No. Exit pain. Exit pain. I'm the comedic relief for everybody. I know. I know. What if I always look crooked out here? And I straighten out, everything looks crooked. The chair looks crooked, I look crooked, I think my camera's crooked. I don't know. Oh, yeah. It's gonna be a couple days and it's gonna be beard will be gone. I'm tired of it. Nervous because yeah. Yeah. Oh. Ah. Your beard. You win. You win. You win, beard. Yeah. Whatever I get around, it's standing there to do it. That's crazy, I know. Yeah. Here's the wife walking around, her show must be over. Last time not the dog is gone. Last time to get ready for bed. Yeah. I love this water. The bottle of water, even though our tap water is good. I can't have an open glass down here, but my keys, you know, can't be having that. The last keyboard next to that one. There's this one. Appointment. It's been a while. He's gonna be angry, maybe. I don't care if he fires me. I'll find another doctor somewhere else. Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. So
How you
Jimmy went
doing?
out to smoke and he should be up in a minute.
Okay. I'm just talking randomly to the people to keep me entertained, you know. I'm good at that. Yeah. Well,
I sent Squirrel and Nora the link and told them I was going to do a piano for a little bit. We'll see if they show up. I know it's
Okay.
really late for them though,
oh,
because now they're an hour ahead of me.
oh yeah.
I always forget about that. I'm not in Eastern anymore.
Oh yeah. I'm Central.
Yep.
Oh,
So you
You're
and
Mountain.
Central.
You're Central? Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm always to be Central. I'm not ever going off of Central ever again. Well, I've been all over the place. Never works out. So I'm staying
Never
put.
works out.
Yeah. Well, apparently I always attract the wrong kind. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Oh boy.
Ding.
You know how it goes, you know.
Whose ding was that?
Yeah. Oh, that old dishwasher thing was crazy last night, man. I can't bend over to do it or do
Yeah.
it myself. She can't see because she hasn't got her cataract fixed yet. They keep putting it off, you know. Only once so far. End of this month will get fixed, I hope. Yeah. Because she's on there with her phone as a flashlight. I go, you really want to drop your phone in the water? Just get some batteries for your flashlight. It's sitting right here. She won't buy the battery. And I'll get taking mine up there and lose it. You know, mine's right here. You know, this is a cool place. I found it at the store, the car store. It's
Oh,
kind of cool.
nice.
Yeah, it's LED too.
That's pretty
We get-
cool.
Yeah, because I like camo. All my clothes used to be camo until I outgrew them. Yeah, I was like 240 when I came to live here, and then all of a sudden I was 386. Like, how'd that happen?
Happens
Really?
quick, don't it?
She cooks too good. Well, I came here in like 2014. And by the time I got the cancer, I lost about 100 pounds, about 86 actually.
See, I wish. Like when I went through treatment, I don't think I lost any weight.
Well, I was 6 times, and then they had 6 more.
And I
And
think go ahead.
and then they had the 6 more, so it's 12 total. And even though I actually felt better during chemo for some reason. I asked the doctor, steroids, that's why.
Yep.
Well, but my appetite was not as good as it used. That's why I got big,
Right.
Jethro, eating like Jethro from the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yep.
When you're a little bit, less movable. I don't know how
Yeah.
else to put it. Yeah.
Well, and that was, I think, one of the reasons why I didn't lose weight. Because, like, I really didn't have an appetite, but
Yeah.
like Jimmy was always making me like little snacks and things
Oh,
because he knew, like, he had been pre-warned that I
Yeah.
wouldn't have an appetite and wouldn't want to eat. And so he
Yeah.
would just do like little things that he knew I would enjoy. So I would at
Yeah.
least pick at it,
Yeah. What was I thinking? Oh, yeah. My taste bud did go away because of the chemo, but I woke
Yeah.
back up with sriracha. Go figure. I put sriracha in my eggs. I woke right back up one time. I still have a
Huh.
bottle. Yeah. It's not that hot,
Yeah.
but it was hot enough to bought them up again.
Yeah.
It's actually was that cool. Except for I can't really eat too many hot things anymore.
It's
Sure.
funny now, like since the chemo, I eat more hot stuff now
Yeah,
than I would have ever thought of eating before chemo.
yeah. Well, I have other reasons because prostate, and then I don't want to, hurt. Want to go, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was never really like a hot person. Like I
Yeah.
never ate hot peppers or anything. But
Oh.
now I definitely eat a lot more spicier stuff, or I'm at least willing to try a lot more spicier stuff.
I can't even eat, like drink lemonade anymore. It just mess up my, I don't know how to put it. Mess up the flow, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because the acid, yeah, in there. I see my Cajun spice, which is good. I love, like my slacker mama. That's a Cajun
Yeah.
spice. I put it on my baked potatoes instead of salt. Even though it has salt in it. It's so good, dude. Put the butter on it and shake a little bit of that on there. Then I'll put sour cream on there. And she made her meatloaf last night. I liked it. I ate the whole dinner, whole plate full. And then I just got not feeling good. I don't know why. Just my whole entire digestive system is still messed up. It's been over 3 years. It'll come around. Maybe. Anyway. I'm glad you guys, I hope you guys get the house you want,
Yeah. Well, there's the house that we put the offer in. That's the one that we think suits us the best. We do have like one or two others that we would buy if either they did accept our offer or because like the one we put the offer in, it was built in the 30s. So it's an older
Yeah.
house. So because
Yeah.
of the type of loan that we have, the realtor said that the bank may have some issues, but he was like, normally, if like the way he did our offer was we contribute so much money into any repairs the seller had to make for the bank to approve the loan.
right?
So he was like, usually that works out. And he said that he didn't see many things that they could have an issue with. So he was like, if the seller's willing to do the small repairs that I think the bank might have an issue with, he was like, you should be all set. But
That's
like I said, the lady that owns it is kind of older and has mobility issues. So she would obviously possibly have to like hire out to do it. So
Yeah. She just refinanced. She works at a bank, obviously, but the lady that was there, the interest rates were really low. You got her refinance for, in order to
Right.
rate it 2.26%.
yeah.
That's the best time to do it.
Yeah.
And then we assessed it at 140,000. That's crazy.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why we decided that it was a good time to buy because interest rates are really low. And so we were like, I'm making good money. And granted, the overtime is not always going to be there, but that was also why we went for the lower costing house. So that way, no matter what, I could pay the mortgage, even if I
Right.
didn't, if the overtime went away. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I know the interest rates have went up since then, but not that much.
No, not
Hi,
that much at
Jimmy.
all.
Yeah.
I mean, and I figured the same thing. I'm like, if we have to, and he it's a fixed rate. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if it goes down again really low, or if they say, like, cause we got the pre-approval because like our credit could be a little bit better when we go for the actual approval. You know what I mean? We may get a
Yeah.
lower rate that way, but I think our rate is still good. And like you said, I could always refinance in 2 years or whatever if they go down again.
Mhm.
All right,
Yep.
now that you're up here, I'm gonna make you co-host.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm gonna have go out for a cigarette because I sent like Nora a link. I sent Squirrel a link.
Ah,
Elizabeth.
uh-huh,
So just in case somebody else comes up, you can let them in.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
What
How you
up,
doing, Jay?
Smitty? I'm doing without a
Yeah.
doubt. Thinking
Yeah.
wanted a
All right.
nap, but you know,
You are co-host James.
oh, it didn't tell me that yet, but okay.
Yeah, I don't plan on being up on all night. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. I hear you.
Just a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go have a cigarette, guys.
Hi,
Don't
bye.
forget your drink.
I got my drink.
Okay. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh yeah. My
Yeah, so-
tomatoes. My
Hmm.
tomatoes are doing really well.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I got all different kinds of them. They're all earlier ones, you know.
Nice.
The early girls are already tomatoes coming up the river, but they're all not real big yet, you know. Well,
Gotta love that.
And then
I
the
didn't-
second plant got the smaller ones. They're starting to get ripe. Oh boy,
Yeah.
yeah, how do you wait? Yeah,
Yeah, we didn't plant anything this year.
yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Different onion.
well,
How's that after that?
the landscaper killed that, so
Yeah, she don't. Yeah,
it's dead.
I am a landscaper. It's
Whatever. Well,
Yeah.
you know, it's not like we made it obvious. It was just thrown in
Right,
the
right.
freaking, you know, so no big deal. It was just fucking around with an onion that started growing in the fridge anyways, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you went out and bought 50,000 onion stuff and he mowed them all over, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What up, Brandon?
Oh. But yeah, I
Oh,
finally got to mow again. We finally got a little bit of rain. We're in a drought now.
well, you know.
Well, we haven't had too much rain since we bought the new mower. It's kidding.
There you go.
Yeah.
Proper planning, man.
Well, yeah. Well,
You know?
we bought it on Mother's Day. We got it. We got it the next day, and it hasn't rained much since. You know.
Yeah, gotta love that. You know.
Well, I like to mow though. I want
Yeah,
to
but-
break it in. I like to. I want to. It's a brand new Cub Cadet. I want to break the motor in. properly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so freaking cut the grass, drive it around it, just drive it around, even if you don't have to cut it.
Right. That'd be
It's-
fun too.
Just do it for practice. Get that muscle memory in so you learn the yard, you know?
Yeah. Well, we hit a rider before that, but it was a
Yeah.
John Deere.
Every tractor's different, you know?
Yeah.
Freaking,
They're a little bit different. This
mhm.
one steers better because it's not old.
Yeah.
She inherited that other one from her dad.
Mhm.
He bought like 91, something like that. That's a guess. But
Yeah.
it's pretty old. And it wasn't worth fixing anymore. The
Yeah.
cam went out on the motor.
Yeah.
And that's
That's
fixable,
a-
but
Yeah, but it's easier to just drop a new motor in it.
well,
But it would have been my freaking,
true, but
because a new tractor is a whole lot more than a new motor.
well, we got a good deal on it. It's like 2,200.
Yeah. What's the
I
motor
think-
cost? 200, 300, maybe
No.
400. Yeah.
For just to fix the cam would have been 500.
Yeah, but to replace the whole goddamn motor, what size motor was on it?
Sure.
You can buy a 13 horse at Harbor Freight for freaking like $200, $300, freaking,
Yeah.
freaking.
Well, not like I can do it. It's just
Mm.
a guy do it.
Yeah. I
I
understand.
know.
I understand. Trust me.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's like,
I tried to put. It took me like an hour to put the little bitty battery in the old one. I
uh,
thought that was wrong.
Mhm.
It turns out it wasn't. The can was bad. Got
yeah,
it worked. Tried everything I could. And then
yeah.
finally
They-
called him up. He's honest. We dealt with him for many, many years.
Uh-huh.
Little guy, little tiny store. Been there for a long time. Doesn't sell. He sells them, but really doesn't sell a whole lot of
Yeah.
mostly commercial stuff.
hmm
But yeah, we went to Home Depot and like she tried to mow, which is the little mower. Got that too. She could barely breathe.
Yeah, I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Because she's allergies and asthma.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to have to mow a half an acre with a freaking push mower. No, thank you.
Yeah, I tried.
That
I
would
just
take you,
can't do
it would take me 3 days to do the yard like that, freaking.
it. Yeah.
Because you just do this section one day, and that section the next day, and the
Yeah.
other section another day.
Uh-huh. Right.
Mhm.
Well, we live on a corner. It's a 900 square foot house. We live on a corner though, so get
Uh-huh.
a fair amount of yard, but it's not huge. So there she is. Hi.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. Would have been, but yeah, gives me a little exercise, sitting on it, bouncing around,
Hi,
Uh-huh.
Shitty.
but I gotta walk out there and, start it with the key. We even hide the key for it some reason. Not hidden, really.
Yeah, huh?
It's in the drawer of that other thingamabob. We never had keys in it before, but just don't want it on the hook. Somebody could just borrow it.
Yeah, right.
Uh, but she
I got
wanted
it.
she wanted that big old yellow tag on. It's like, why does that need to be there? Rubs on my leg.
Mhm.
I can see it better. Okay, I'll leave it there.
Mhm. Yeah, I'll be in the market for a mower, but it ain't gonna be no ride on.
No. Well,
No.
No, not the postage stamp property that we're looking at.
no. Well, when she inherited that, he brought it in his cattle trailer, drove it off, and I drove it the first time. Never rode it before, and I learned right away. Been doing it ever since, because her feet are standing all day. She's a teller and a personal banker, and I enjoy it, riding it around. Man,
I
the new has so much more to live.
nice to get out in the yard and play.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the place
Go
we're
ahead, go.
looking at is 0.07 tenths of an acre.
Oh. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I think I remember it. Yeah,
yeah.
Oh.
What is it?
that's the one everybody liked, right? Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
it was.
Um,
It was one of the ones that everyone liked.
Yeah. It's little.
That
Mhm.
a lot of people thought it was like something that suited us because
Yeah.
it was smaller and didn't need a whole lot of work. And
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
thanks, Schmitty. Glad Doris is back. She's easier on the eyes. No offense to me, Mike.
Hey, I'm with you, dude.
What?
I'm with you. I
No
know.
offense to who? Me?
Yeah.
What?
He's saying you're not exactly easy on the eyes, dude.
But
Oh, I know.
so the
I know
one,
that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'll be easier on eyes. couple days. I better shave my beard off.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
I've been wanting to
Right.
cut my mop off, but freaking keep dodging it. Like, freaking,
Keep dodging it.
We finally got mine cut. The
yeah,
back is even short now.
mine's a year and a half in, dude, without a
Oh,
cut
geez, yeah. Yeah.
and starting to blow all over the place.
I think I showed you once, but I have for my high school reunion, my picture, what it
Uh-huh.
looked like in high school. I had a
Yeah.
mop. It looked like an actual
Of
mop.
course. Yeah, well, it was 1970 something, dude. Come on.
Yeah, somebody.
Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody wore a mop back then.
Well, more or less.
So this
Ah.
is the one that we put a bid on.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I remember.
Yep. So it's cute.
Mhm.
It's got
Yeah,
a little bit of a yard,
yeah. Got lots of room for a driveway.
Yeah.
right? That's
Yeah.
the living room when you
Me-
walk
Oh.
in.
I like the chair. Does that come with it?
Mhm.
Yeah. I'd love that
Yeah.
chair.
This is the big bedroom that's on the main level. Kitchen. Kitchen. This is the kitchen, and through here is the bathroom and the bedroom. And this back here is the laundry room. But here's the bathroom. We decided that the person either liked blue or had a whole lot of blue paint they had to get rid of.
Blue's a pretty common color.
Yeah. So this
Yeah.
is the laundry room. This is the back room with the washer and dryer.
Look at that tackle box. Yeah.
And this is
I
the other
noticed that.
side of it. So it's got like shelving, place for pans. We don't think they're going to be leaving this chest
Oh, the freezer.
because it wasn't listed as one of the appliances that they were leaving. And this is the little hallway.
Yep.
The stairs leading upstairs.
Yeah,
This is one of the bedrooms.
yeah.
The other side of that bedroom. And then this is like a loft area that one of the rooms upstairs is. And this is the street it's on. It's on like a little tiny street.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah.
The side yard. A little more of the side yard. And this is behind the house. So this tree.
It's gotta go.
We want to, that's one of the first things we want to do is get rid of this tree before
Yeah.
the snow falls because it just looks like old and dead. And
Well,
so,
yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's kind of gnarly. Man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's like, and some of the branches are really close to touching the house.
Mm.
So we want to try and get rid of that right away.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
then this is like a little side of the house, my little
Uh-huh.
deck with the sliding doors.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, USA, she's just going right along. Yes, Squirrel, we are moving again. Hopefully
Yes.
to this little house. Cause it's cheap. That's
Yeah.
the main reason we want it. Besides that, it's the fact that it's big enough and small enough, but it's cheap. And in pretty damn good shape for the price of it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, and like I said, it's small enough for us. I mean, it's just the two of us. I don't want to, I've done the big old house and having to clean the big old house and upkeep the
Uh-huh.
big old house. And I don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
So,
And the yard's small enough, we wouldn't need a big mower. Like you said.
right.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why we figured it's a good first house for here. Cause
Yeah.
like I said, it's cheap enough where we could pay it off in a couple of years and
Yeah.
use the equity to buy land or put into the bug out mobile or
uh-huh.
Uh, Yeah,
Mhm.
we've been in this
Yeah.
one for quite a while. We,
Yeah,
years ago, we tried to buy another house, right?
uh-huh.
This one wouldn't sell for some reason. Ours did the sliding and everything, you know.
Yeah,
We found a
it
perfect one.
happens.
Yeah,
Mhm.
found a perfect one at a 3 season room, little fireplace, the whole works, right off the golf course.
Oh,
And it was
Jesus.
already, well, that's the problem. But, you know, it was
Mhm.
already something.
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah. Well, you know, golf course, it already hit, there was no water damage in the basement. When they built it, they knew where they were. They put
Yeah.
automatic, had the sump ups in the basement already. So
Uh-huh.
I look when we're looking at it, I don't see any water damage to be.
Yeah, that's what screwed us out of one of the nicer houses that we were looking at. We was looking at a nice ranch that had a full basement at one point, but they literally had to gut the whole thing because they had a pipe burst. But
Oh, geez.
not only did they have a pipe burst, but they also had one wall that just leaked water right in, fucking like on the regular because it's real
And
close to the river. And
The water
Yeah.
table's so
Yeah.
low.
yeah, and they didn't put the sub pumps in, you know. So
Right.
that's one of the projects, and it's like,
Well,
yeah, I'm not no. That's
my
it.
my friend lived on a little bit of a hill, and he had a heavy rain one time. He goes, "You got to come over here and see this." So I went over there. Right next to the electrical panel, the water was
Yep.
shooting out of the wall. You
Yep. hmm That was
And
our
they-
old house. It literally flowed through the rocks.
But no, it was like this is the basement wall.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
We had a rock wall basement
every time it rained,
Oh.
I had a stream. I had a stream that ran through the basement. Freaking,
to the
Oh.
point
and it's
where
funny because when they poured the concrete floor, they did it properly because they left they left the area open, all dirt, and that's exactly where all the water ran to. They're freaking. It was like, oh, they knew what they did when they did this. And freaking, the water would come out of the wall, right down the concrete floor, and just
Yeah.
go right into the dirt. I was like, oh,
Good.
perfect. Fucking, we never did anything to
Yeah.
remediate it
so
Because-
if-
because it's, you know, it's in a tight neighborhood, right? Your city neighborhood. But the wall that leaked the worst is the wall that was between both houses,
Yeah.
right? You know, there's
Yeah.
only 4 feet between both houses in the back of the house, and that's the wall that leaked the worst. So it's freaking, you know, there's no
Right.
real fixing that. You can't dig that up, you know.
Right.
Freaking, you can't go dig that and get the wall, especially seeing how it's a rock wall. So that's a spill foundation. You know, they just spill rocks and backfill over it. So
Mhm.
there was no fixing that. Freaking,
Right.
except for build on the inside, build, you know, form it up and make
Yeah.
it even smaller down there or something. But
Right.
it wasn't worth the headache. Just let the water run through.
so
Yeah.
that's the house that we put an offer in. If that falls through for some reason, this is one that just came on the market that we're interested in, and we already told the realtor we want to go see an offer on it. But this one has a much bigger yard. It's a bigger house
Yeah, it is.
altogether, but it has a much bigger yard, and it
Yeah.
doesn't need a whole lot of work.
Man,
And I
look,
love the porch. Like, I'm a big porch person. I like sitting outside on a deck or a porch.
Silverfoot's
so-
newer. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yes,
like the floors need to be done.
Yeah, without seeing the basement, that's all that I really see that needs being done.
And I love the kitchen. Like, they've updated the kitchen. I'll show you that in a second.
And those
So
floors,
this whole-
are easy to do.
right.
Yeah.
So those are the room that I just showed in this room are the 2 front rooms, we believe.
The front room and the dining room.
And then this is the kitchen. They've obviously updated the kitchen
Yeah.
with new
Somewhat.
appliances, flooring.
Yeah, they cheaped out with the cabinets, so
Yeah, but so what? And then it has a whole laundry room to itself.
Oh, I like that when they did the floor there.
Yeah.
Well, in this
You
floor,
sand it.
we had this flooring in our living room of our old house back home.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And the people did it right. They had like a area rug that protected the floor.
Mm.
So when we were getting ready to leave, that floor still almost looked brand new
Uh-huh.
because we kept an area rug down, because this was like old school, like wood
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
And we knew that it would be a good selling feature.
Oh.
This is
Yeah.
one of the bathrooms
From upstairs.
that
Mhm.
they obviously either were just finishing work on, or this
Yeah,
is the
there-
other side of that
Mhm.
bathroom.
That's pretty good.
Mhm.
One of the bedrooms. This floor almost looks like the barn siding, Jimmy.
It's
Almost. Yeah.
baby, it's just a pine, it's a pinewood floor.
Yeah.
You just paint it and freaking move on.
Uh-huh.
Like everybody else
And then
did.
this is one of the other bedrooms, which I really like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a cool house.
But in one of the pictures, it like showed oh no, it was when we looked it up on Google Maps, right?
What's
Was
that?
when we saw it had a garage and
Yeah,
a
it's
big
got a
yard.
garage and a good yard, yeah.
But yeah, it's got like a huge big yard in the back. And
Hey, look, there's a chat.
sorry.
Just saying. That'd be a nice kitchen for Jimmy to cook in.
Oh, I
Uh,
only wish, Cody. I only
Uh-huh.
wish.
Uh-huh. Actually, the little house that we're getting kitchen is more my speed.
It's funny, Cody.
Nice and
Yesterday,
compact, everything right there.
I was just giving him a hard time yesterday because we went to Mike's, because when Lisa was here, we brought some of our folding chairs over to Mike's and we just left them there. And so yesterday I was like, when we went to make the offer on the house, we met the realtor and I was like, well, we're out. We should stop by Mike's and get our chairs. So we go to Mike's and he starts telling Mike that means fries, bologna, sandwiches.
Yeah. That I do.
He
Been a while,
starts-
but
He starts telling Mike how he couldn't believe I ran the oven to make his bacon. And he starts bitching. And I'm like, are you seriously bitching because you woke up to breakfast?
you heated up the freaking house.
You were literally bitching. And then
Yeah,
last
you
night
heated
I
up the
said to
house.
him, he mentions it again. And I'm like, at least I made you breakfast. I would love for somebody to make me breakfast. And he was like, you get up too early. I'm like, you're still up before I leave for work. You don't go to bed till after I go to work. So you could make me breakfast every morning.
Yeah. Every once in a while, the wife, I make really good fried potatoes. Every once in a while, and make good eggs.
See, I can't make fried potatoes because he's on a diet.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, but
So,
I'm just saying,
but yesterday I made him scrambled eggs, bacon. The day before I made him sausage and eggs. And
there you go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she'll literally beg me every once in a while to make those fried taters. Yeah.
Just
It
trick it
doesn't
out.
take much.
Lots of
chop
butter and paprika, man. That's all you
I
need.
actually use oil for the potato. Just a little bit. It's
yep.
not
Yeah.
Teflon, but some kind of other pan. It's got a thicker bottom. We got gas. It doesn't really stick too much until I make potatoes. Sometimes it'll stick a little bit.
Uh.
So I wipe it out. And after I'm done with that, put the butter in there and then make my eggs.
Ah, see, I
Yeah.
like doing olive oil with my fried potatoes. And
Yeah.
I'll do like garlic, paprika, onion. Sometimes I'll throw in some fresh green peppers if I have them.
Yeah. I put onions in it before, but
Tell him,
She don't
Cody.
really like
Tell him.
peppers, so I can't do that.
Yeah. See,
Uh,
Jimmy likes all that stuff, and
Yeah, I do, but she won't buy
Yeah,
it.
I could pretty much live with peppers and onions on everything.
mhm.
Yeah, me too.
And mushrooms
Okay.
is just a great addition to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like whenever I make a steak, I try to make sure I have peppers, onions, and mushrooms in the house. And
Yeah.
I always do like those stir fried with the steak.
Yeah,
Mhm.
And that's usually my vegetable. And then I'll usually do some sort of
yeah.
like
She,
rice or potato on the side.
if we need hamburger mashed up for whatever
Yeah.
dish she needs it for, I'll do that for her. Because we had this thing that she got. We already had one, but her friend gave her a better one. So I'll sit there and do this. She walks away. What's on mine comes out better. I just sit there and go like this till it's done. You know. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's like malt. It's kind of like little.
So you're good at beating the meat.
Yeah, basically, just squishing it,
Uh-huh.
washing it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You know. Yeah. But she has a tendency to walk away and they get kind of chunky otherwise.
Mhm.
When she does that.
Right,
Just
Cody?
stand.
It's
Yeah.
a small fee of time for a big day payoff. I've never been disappointed after doing it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And he knows, Cody, the couple of
Uh-huh.
times that I've come home from work and he's had dinner in the oven or has been making dinner.
Uh-huh. Granted, it's been a while, but let's just say,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love making the big old dumplings.
Annoying. Yeah, annoying. Anomaly.
Anomaly.
Yeah.
So anomaly and sausage have been in a couple of times. They're
Uh-huh.
away on holiday.
Oh,
They're at a hotel. They
they're
were
Canadian. They're on vacation.
they said holiday.
Uh,
So but they're just outside of the city they're in. And they went in the pool earlier and then came back and now they're popping in again.
mhm.
Yeah.
Well, good to see you. Glad you're having fun.
Sausage. I was just talking about you, sausage.
I think she heard it.
Yeah. But yeah. I can't hardly wait till we can grill again.
Oh,
Oh,
anniversary.
it's your
by me.
anniversary. Happy
Ah.
anniversary.
What's
how
that
many-
word is?
Sausage and anomaly.
Oh, cool. Happy
Yep.
anniversary.
So they're away on
Uh-huh.
kind of a
Holiday.
staycation. They didn't go too far from home, but they are at a hotel and they were swimming in the swimming pool. And
Uh-huh.
sometimes just getting away from home is good enough.
Uh-huh.
You're not looking at the same four walls.
Agreed. That's like when we went out for dinner last night. That was fucking awesome. That place is just
Yeah.
around the corner too.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
And it was
Where took
really
me out
good.
for- She was going to take me out for steak dinner for breakfast, but I didn't feel good. So we didn't go. My birthday, for my birthday, it was in
Uh-huh.
May.
Yeah,
We,
I had planned on cooking, and then when we were at Mike's, he showed me this Food Network magazine that they got,
oh,
and
Uh-huh.
just looking at all the different foods in there, I was like, I think we need to go out for dinner.
yeah.
I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I just want something different.
And Mike
So-
didn't even flinch. And the next thing you know was we're trying to find places open on Sunday.
And then Sarah
Mhm.
came home, and Sarah was all up for it. So the four of us just went out to a little place, a little bar smoking place. That smokes their
Barbe-
own meat. that-
Barbecue.
yeah. That Mike
Barbe-
knows the owner.
They
That's
served
cool.
barbecue, and that was it. Everything they served was barbecue.
Yeah.
Chicken,
And it was
pork, or
good.
beef.
It was really good. Sarah got defeated by a salad. That thing was huge, though.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
It
Yeah.
had smoked chicken, smoked brisket, smoked pork, plus ham, turkey, and bacon on top of a full salad.
It was
Yum.
huge.
And it was literally like one of those small sheet cake pans of a salad. Like it was huge.
Big.
Nice. Sitting in bed eating chicken tenders, watching the stream, have y'all on the big screen.
Woohoo.
Cheers, guys. Happy anniversary.
Yeah. So she ended up taking me out for breakfast at the restaurant on the south side. And I hadn't been there in a while. We were one of the first ones there. Didn't open till 7:30. He goes, I don't know. There's nobody here. We went in anyway. Like Larry and Mom liked it, so let's go. And we get in there, and as soon as we sat down, people start pouring in.
Yep. See, we usually get there. If we go out for breakfast, we'll usually try and do it towards the end of the breakfast run, like the breakfast rush.
Uh-huh.
Because I
We're
know,
literally
Well-
the first car in the parking lot.
yeah, when we do it, it's normally on a weekend. And I hate getting up early on my weekends off.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
one of the
so-
only times I get to sleep in.
Hmm. Yeah, so
I
we're
don't even know
looking,
what day it
we,
was.
we usually end up looking for the places that serve breakfast all day. So we can get breakfast at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
I got a skillet that had hash browns in the bottom, a bunch of other stuff. Pretty good.
My
Uh-huh.
thing is like, it seems like, and I know a lot of restaurant people will say this, it seems like breakfast is so much harder to cook than like lunch or dinner. It just seems like it takes so much longer. Cause I know like when I cook like a full breakfast, it'll take me like an hour.
Well, it's because bacon takes forever to cook.
And it's like it drives me insane. Then you have a big
Yeah.
mad 3 different pots to clean and
Mhm. That's why you got to learn how to do those skillet things. One
I've
skillet.
done the skillet thing.
Yeah, one skillet.
Those in
Yeah.
itself are time consuming.
Wow. You know, taters take
Wow.
time to cook too. Well,
Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know,
Before you got here, we were talking about I think we weren't here yet. We were talking about my fried potatoes.
uh-huh.
I'm good at it. And then I wipe it out, put the eggs in there, side it side up. A chef taught me how to do it. Put a little bit of water after the bottoms are cooked, and put the water in and put the lid on it. Keep an eye on it. You can't walk away. You're looking at it. Perfect. Go to the, people do the something at the top of but runny. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like snotty eggs.
no. We
No,
have this one friend
Yeah.
who literally the whole entire top of the egg is snotty.
No.
And it
Mm.
grosses me out every time he orders them. I'm like,
Mm.
how I wouldn't be able to. And I hate cook like I was always the breakfast person when we went camping. And I hated cooking his eggs. Because I would always feel wrong serving them to like that.
Yeah.
But
You
that was the
talking
way he
Dan?
liked. No,
talking-
Mark.
Oh, Marks. Oh, Marks are ridiculously uncooked.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
always feel odd, like I would feel wrong serving because I would be like salmonella on a plate. Here you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Like, but that was the way he liked them. Like, and I was like, I've been to breakfast with this dude and I've seen him order them that way. And I'm just like, I couldn't do it.
Nope.
Oh,
I
look
could
at
do
me.
over easy, but
Not me, man. Freaking, mine's gonna be over hard. Freaking,
yours got to be
or
dead.
scrambled. Or
like your
scrambled.
steak.
Yeah. There should be no water on. It should not be runny. No.
Like whenever we went camping, if there was one other dude that would cook breakfast if I brought the food, and he would always look at me and go, I gotta kill Jimmy's, right? Yes, you gotta kill Jimmy's. So he
The
would
fu-
like stab
thing
the
is,
yolk a million
yeah,
times. and-
they all think that meant burn the fuck out of it. It doesn't mean burn the fuck out of it. It means just cook it.
Yeah,
just
the
cook
middle, the
it.
middle.
When the
like,
water, when it's no longer
Wow.
running around the fucking pan,
Yeah.
it's fine, you know?
Like I could eat mine either with the yolk broken or with the yolk over easy. I prefer it over easy, but I'll eat it if the yolk breaks. Because that's the way my mother always did them anyway when we were kids. So I liked them either way. I'm not
Oh,
really
yeah.
picky on my eggs.
From a plate of, put the eggs on top of the hash from my potatoes, to fry them. I like them that way. Before I put them on there, though, I get the Lowry's out.
Yeah, like
Right.
the way I would always do my eggs, and the guy I took care of ate his eggs the same way I did. Oh, hey Nora.
Yo, Nora.
I would cook the egg, and then towards the end, I would put the lid on it, and then after 30 seconds, shut the heat off, and just let the egg sit because it would solidify
Yeah,
whatever white was left.
yeah.
Finish this.
Yeah.
Like a
She told me to do it a little bit in my palm of my hand.
yes, Jenna,
Put
like
the
a
lid.
happy ending. So
Yeah.
Jenna, I lost my internet 3 times during my wrestling stream.
Oh,
Mhm.
And I got it back within the last hour of wrestling. So that's why I named it Finish This.
ah,
And then I decided that I didn't want to end right when wrestling ended. So I'm like, screw it, I'll have a panel.
Mhm.
So yes, finish this, Jenna. Happy hour.
yeah. Mhm.
I
Oh,
know you
boy.
said happy ending, but
Yeah.
kind of like a happy ending.
Right?
Actually, go ahead.
Nothing. I was just like, right, Jenna? Freaking internet
Oh, yeah.
sucks.
Sometimes, yeah.
Thomas. Where do you see Thomas? He spent a lot of time on my stream, lurking. Like he'd be in the back corner, just sitting there, and everybody
yeah.
would be like, "Oh, Thomas is lurking in the distance."
You were there like this in the corner, look at staring at it.
I have to say, Jenna, I was telling them earlier, Fat Thomas has become my little buddy. He'll wait on the walkway for me now and come
Mm.
running when he sees me. Well, Thomas does not. Oh, there he is. I just saw him.
Yeah.
Thomas
Check
does
out.
not appreciate that. I heard him hiss for the first time yesterday. When Fat Thomas came to visit me 3 times yesterday. He came today, but one of the times he came to visit yesterday, his whole back was hunched up. His
Oh.
fur was standing up. His ears were back. He was pawing at the window, and he was like,
Mhm.
and I said to Jimmy, he's actually hissing. I've
Yeah.
never heard him hiss before. Like he was pissed. And it was after Fat Thomas talked to me like I was his mama.
Oh,
Yeah, he
Wow.
did. He hissed Thomas right off. And then I realized today when Fat Thomas rolled on his back, I think Fat Thomas is actually Tomalina.
No,
Oh.
Jenna, it was Thomas hissed at Fat Thomas.
Mm.
Mm.
I think
Tomalina,
Fat
huh?
Thomas is actually a girl.
Mm.
Oh. Boy,
Uh-huh.
oh boy. Yeah.
That
Huh.
may be why you're so mad about
Exactly,
it.
Jenna.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's my mama, you fucker. Exactly.
Mhm.
Because Thomas was fine with him being at with her being at the bottom of the window. And
Mhm.
then when I talked to her and she meowed back like she was responding to me and came closer to the window, that's when Thomas's ears went back, his fur
Yeah.
stood up, And then when she came back later in the day, it got even worse. That's when he was parring the window and
Mhm.
and hissing and yeah, I think it's a Tomalina.
Yep.
Because I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
I saw like one or two nipples on her belly when she rolled on her back.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I know that they say sometimes males get nipples too. But
Hmm.
yep, I think it's a possibility that it's a Tomalina.
Yeah.
And she is like the biggest cuddle bug. So I told Jimmy, I'm like, because our neighbor told us that he was pretty sure it had a home. He was like, I'm pretty sure it's not a stray. It lives in one of the houses. And it belongs to an older lady that just lets it out early in the morning and it comes back late at night. And by how, like, because literally that thing will see me and come running for me to pet it.
That's because you feed it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to see her junk, but she's furry and she's
Oh, yeah.
fat. So it's kind of hard to tell if, like, with the today, if she was just a fixed male or if she was a female.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't no balls. I could tell you that.
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, he's just so cuddly, like, and loves the attention.
Look at that. Great
Yeah.
behavior. Yeah. He-
So I was like, there's no way a stray is this friendly, even if you feed it. But like the earlier today, the one of the before I started the stream, when I was out there with them patting them, a lady went by on a little moped and saw someone she knew, so she beeped her horn, and he went running and stopped like right past the houses and kind of looked back and looked a little sketched out to come back. So could be a stray or he could just be a skittish cat. But yeah, he's my little buddy. No pronounced balls. Yep, no pronounced balls. Thomas, Jenna loves you.
Oh, boy.
Well, and I noticed the people across the street from me, he'll go over there too. And they pet him, but they're also cat owners. And he'll like hang out with them when they're outside. So
Mhm.
maybe that's what it is. Maybe he just gets fed so much that he's like once he sees you a couple of times, because it took him a little bit to come
Mhm.
up to us.
Yeah, we've been here for how long?
Right. And it wasn't till like 3 weeks ago that he came up to Jimmy first.
Yep.
And it was like early in the morning when it was still dark out. And then he came to me once he realized that I would feed him. He does know where the food is. I was telling Jimmy it was cute before I came out for the stream. I went out for a cigarette and I walked to the end of our driveway and then started making my way back up. And the closer you get to our apartment door, you can see our back bushes. Well, he was right at our back bushes and he saw me and he's like trotting and he's like, meow, and you could
Yeah,
hear
come
him like
on. Yeah.
jittering himself, meow, meow, and he's like trying to run faster and faster so I wouldn't go in the house.
Yeah, yeah,
I was like, of all the times that I wish I had had my camera just to watch him coming towards me.
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm like, my neighbor probably thinks I'm crazy, or at this point he hates me because he had his door open a couple of
Uh-huh.
times today when I was talking to Fat Thomas.
Mhm.
And I'm like, he's probably gonna be like, motherfucker, you're gonna
Mhm.
feed this fucking cat and then you're gonna fucking move.
Uh-huh.
And who's gonna have to deal with it? Me.
Mm. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
he just ignores them.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I found out he likes belly rubs because he rolled on his back. And I'm like, do you like belly rubs? And I like put my fingers on his belly. And he just kind of spread all his paws and stayed there. Made a pet his belly.
Uh-huh. So now you know why Thomas is ignoring her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thomas was very upset. Like every time I
Mhm.
came in, I had to make sure I washed my hands right away. Well, the last time it didn't work because Fat Thomas rubbed against my legs.
Mhm.
So his scent was all over my pants.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Thomas would smell at me and then kind of rear back his head like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they smell a lot better.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're scent. They can smell good.
Adorbs. I agree, Jenna. Adorbs.
Well, I should probably go.
All
right,
right.
Mike.
Thank you
Catch
for
you later.
popping up, Mike.
Yeah.
It was good seeing you.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. So far.
Good. I'm glad you're doing okay.
Thank you. Good seeing everybody again.
Bye, Mike.
Bye.
Uh-huh. Then there's just me and you,
Then there's
the
just
two-man
us.
crew.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Jenna, I was very surprised on Saturday because at one point Jimmy said to me, "Did you bring Fat Thomas in?" So what do you mean bring Fat Thomas? I said, "Did you?" That was the day that Thomas hissed at him. I'm like, "Did you not see the way Thomas react at the window?" And he's like, "Just see what happens." I'm like, this thing is like 5 times the size of Thomas. We're
Yeah,
not
means-
gonna just see
That
what
means
happens.
Thomas is gonna be way faster. She
I'm like,
runs
no,
circles around him.
no, we're not gonna just see what happens.
Wow. I'll have to wait till you're at work.
I will bust you up if I come home and my cat is hurt.
Be more like he disappears when I gotta open the door to get the other one out. And they both go out. Yeah.
Oh,
Bye, Thomas.
then I will record it when I
Mm.
beat your ass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they have screens, and they're screens that you can't lift up. You got to pop them out.
So Thomas is bound to tear one of them up if he didn't tear it up the other night.
I closed the window in time.
Oh, okay.
Right, Smitty? Tell him. Don't be mean to the cat.
Not gonna be mean to the cat. Just gonna let it leave. Let them both leave.
Well, and, like, I swear to God, like Thomas was okay with him just chilling outside until he started meowing to me. And maybe it was the fact that I came in
Yeah.
smelling like him.
Say goodnight to Lisa. will you?
I'm back to say goodnight. I have to get up early tomorrow. I love you guys. Love you too, Lisa.
Good night, Lisa.
Good
Love y'all.
night. Fine, Lisa. Just go then.
Yeah, just go. Digger.
Boo-hoo.
Uh-huh.
Boo-hoo, Digger. Boo-hoo.
Uh-huh.
No, don't let him leave, Jimmy. He wouldn't, Smitty. Jimmy wouldn't let Thomas leave because he knows that I would be upset if Thomas got out.
Mhm.
And my only thing is like he's never been an outdoor, and Thomas is afraid of the outside anyway,
Yeah.
but like he's never been an outdoor cat. So I mean he's got all his claws and everything, but
Mhm.
he's never really had to fight to survive. So I
Yeah,
don't
well,
know.
he's
if-
gonna have to get back into fighting shape.
Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
Jimmy says with the house we put the bid on, Jimmy was like, "Yeah, fat cat's gonna have to go back to work." He's like,
Mhm.
"Cause I'm sure with the age of that house,
His
and
niece is in it
it's
somewhere.
near a river,
Mhm.
that there's gonna be mice." He's like, "So I think Thomas is gonna have to go back to work and earn his
Mhm.
living."
Uh-huh. More than likely.
Which he still plays with his mice, so he still hunts it out. I have to
Well.
work early in the morning, or I would say, with me being gone for a week, I have a lot to catch up on. I was just talking to Sarah about that yesterday, Lisa.
All right. Yeah, huh? Good luck, Lisa.
Why he
Because
get-
you've been gone for a week. Oh, yeah, huh? You're gonna have fun tomorrow. You're gonna have
Not-
to let us know how it goes.
Not fighting, Jenna, just mouse hunting. And he did, like at our old house back home, he loved hunting the mice and he would leave them for Jimmy, and Jimmy would give him catnip and his favorite treats when he
Mhm.
would leave the dead mice for Jimmy. So I know he would get right back in because he still plays with his mice and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I know he would get right back into the hunting of the mice. I know he'd be into it. Eating peanut butter with brown sugar. That's so sweet, Jimmy.
What?
That you would leave catnip and his favorite treats when he brought you a mouse.
Well, I had to make a mouser out of him. He had a job to do. He was just getting paid. There was no love. He's just getting paid for doing his freaking job.
What a nice reward for a good job. He did it though. Like it was on the regular that he was leaving Jimmy mice for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden there weren't really any mice left.
Uh-huh. Digger's super stoned. Did you send Digger a link?
I don't have Digger.
Why do you not have Mud Digger?
I don't know why I don't have my Digger. You can send my Digger a link if you would like.
Mm.
There was love. There was love, Jenna. As much as he'll deny it, there was love. There was
There's
lots
no
of
love.
love. There was.
No love.
I think the one morning that I was getting ready for work and Thomas left a dead mouse on my way into the bathroom, I think there was disappointment in Jimmy's eyes that he didn't leave it for Jimmy. And Jimmy said, no, don't touch it. Because Thomas was fucking playing with the dead body
Uh-huh.
when I walked in. And Jimmy said, no, we got to leave him his treats and his this is what I do. And he poured the catnip down and gave him his favorite treats. And
Mm-hmm.
I just left them with their bonding moment.
Yeah, that's how you prevent him from eating the mouse.
He was
Otherwise, he'll eat
literally
it.
fucking tossing that thing up in the air, playing like batting it across the room. I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? And that's when I went in and got Jimmy and said, Thomas
Mhm.
left a surprise, but he left it in the wrong room.
Either way. Yeah, the cat does love me. I don't give it love in
Yep.
return.
Smitty, he
Uh-huh.
would always leave it under Jimmy's chair that he streamed in. Yep.
No. You're wrong, Jenna. I tolerate the cat.
He loves him, Jenna. He
I
does.
do not.
He always make if I
He's
forget
not.
to feed Thomas in the morning, he always makes it a point to tell me how I forgot to feed Thomas in the morning.
Yeah, because he'd be up
And
my ass
he
all
was like, he
day.
drove me crazy all day today. And it took me forever to figure out why. The poor cat had no food.
Mhm. Bad mama. Uh-huh.
Bad mama. My
Yep.
digger, bad mama.
Uh-huh.
I even say that to myself now when I bring him in. Like, I'm a bad mama. I know, like, if his water bowl happens to be empty in the morning, I'm like, I'm such a bad mama.
Oh, my cats, Molly and Dobby, are so vocal. If their water bowl is empty, they will, and I'm asleep and haven't woken up yet. I'll have them one on each side.
See, Thomas won't do it for the water, he'll do it for the food.
Oh,
Like
they'll do
this
it for
morning, you would have sworn that he hadn't eaten in days. He was just like, "Meow, meow," walking everywhere I went.
That's Molly.
Mhm.
That is
And for
Molly.
I was like, obviously you're hungry. So first thing I did
Mhm.
after peeing was go in and fill his food bowl.
Mhm.
Well, if that's tolerance, thanks for tolerating me, Jimmy.
There's a difference, Jenna. There's a
Just
difference.
like he tolerated Tilly for 17 years, Jenna.
17 years. It wasn't no 17 years.
I
Bad mouth,
go
don't
smoke a
you?
butt,
What?
pee, and make
You-
him drink.
You just did.
Ah.
You just had a butt. Thought it was my turn.
Well, I gotta pee and make a drink anyway.
Oh. Fuck, hurry up.
Fuck. Listen, this isn't the Jimmy C show.
Uh,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Gemma, your cat's named Gemma? Okay. Rings the damn water bell. By scratching the bottom of the bowl. Yeah, there you go. Just what you need, a fucking dinner bell. No. Well, man, I'm not a cat person. I've been trying to go without pets for like, I don't know, since before we were married. Hmm. Hmm. I see. Okay. Oh, okay. I agree that Gemma was a badass. She was definitely more doable in Sons of Anarchy than she was in Married with Children. Oh, it's all good to me. Uh-huh.
So I no longer work for that little landscape place that I was working for there, Jimmy.
No,
Nope. Cut ties today.
that sucks, don't it?
No, no, because the guy's been bad mouthing me anyways. So I went up to the garage. I mean, yeah, I lost out. I'm losing out on the little garage up the road from me, having access to that. But if he's going to be that kind of a boss and that kind of a person, I don't want to deal with him in any shape, way, or form.
Hmm.
But you know how that old saying goes: when one door closes, another opens. Well, my buddy came home from work today and said, hey, landscaper is looking for somebody to do sort of commercial properties, most of them including cemeteries, weed eating cemeteries. And that's what I did up in Massachusetts for pro-turf was weed eat cemeteries. And I got like 6-7 years fucking doing that. So, and that's 14 an hour starting under the table.
Well, that's not bad.
No, no,
Ain't bad at all under the table.
yeah, and it's only 5 days a week.
There you go.
So that works for me, you know. Because I'm still waiting on my birth certificate to come in the mail, so that way I can get the whole ID thing fucking started. Because I talked to the DMV here, they will take my marriage certificate as a ID to get my fucking. So,
Uh-huh.
you know, another day, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could have found something freaking, fairly easy to do, freaking under the table,
Well, it just fell right in my lap, man. Because I'm waiting on the guy who gave me that other number, waiting on his company that he works for, AMM, to get a hold of me. But I'm like low man on the totem pole with that because I don't have the experience that a lot of these other guys that are coming in or getting hired have the experience. So obviously, they're gonna hire somebody who's got more experience than I do when it comes to that application.
Yeah. But you remember they might be overqualified too.
That is very true. And the rate
Because that's a big factor that kept me unemployed for quite a while. Before I started collecting. It's like I was overqualified for everything. In other words, no one wanted to pay me.
Yeah. Pay you what you're worth. They want to pay you what they want to fucking pay you.
Yeah. So like, uh-huh.
And then at that point, it's like, well, what do? You remain fucking unemployed because they're not gonna fucking pay you what you know you're worth, or you suck your fucking pride up and go slave for fucking $3, $4, $5 less than what you fucking worth.
Yep.
That damned if you do, damned if you don't situation.
Uh-huh.
And then you toss kids and shit in on the mix, and it's like it almost forces you to fucking have to take the fucking ladder of the two, so that way you can just keep everything afloat.
Mm.
Then on the same time you're fucking slaving yourself to death and fucking putting yourself even more of a fucking hole.
Uh-huh. Jimmy, I look really tired. Well, it's because I'm just I needed a nap long before Doris freaking even started the first show. But let's just say just not sleeping, with everything we got going on. I'm just not sleeping well. For a couple hours here, a couple hours there. I can lay there for 6 hours, but I'll only get 3 hours sleep. Mhm. So, but yeah, I'm trying.
He's trying.
Uh-huh.
all you can do is try, right, brother?
Uh-huh.
Try and keep on going, man.
Yeah, man. I was trying to get that house, man. Freaking. I ain't sick, man. Sick and tired. That's all.
Yeah, he's sick and tired. And, you know, he's a little old, so again,
Just
it goes a little bit more on him at his age.
Yeah, we're looking at all the houses and
yeah.
deciding on what we want.
That's more brain strain than I've had in a long time, you know? Freaking like since I owned a house last. Because
to me.
that'll wear on your brain itself, but you know, freaking
I was gonna say, I know, like every time I close my eyes, I picture the house and
uh-huh.
the things I want to do, and
Uh-huh. Exactly. The things I want to do, things what we're gonna have to do. Freaking uh-huh. I can see it now. See it all freaking coming.
Oh, yeah. It'll
Going through that place with the inspector, freaking, you know, freaking.
every little bit of it, man.
yeah,
Mhm.
Uh,
So
I can't wait till I'm on that road. I really can't, man. Get out of this fucking
I-
apartment stage.
yeah, man. It's freaking
I mean, and I think part of it is we've already owned a house, so we know like all the what ifs and
uh-huh. Yeah, but the
and
thing with
the
me is I've pretty much, you know, I've lived in a house more than I've lived in an apartment, you know, much more. And it's like yeah. Uh-huh.
I mean, and that's the one thing here, like apartment living here is completely different than back home. Hello,
Well-
CB.
What do you mean by that? What up, CBL Goose B?
Just because like it seems like here most of the apartments that I've seen, you can't smoke in. They all have rules.
Well,
and-
yeah, they all have rules, but
I
freaking
know, but
yeah.
here they seem more relevant than they are back home. I mean, not that we did a lot of apartment living back home either.
yeah, we
I
lived
mean-
in some chill places.
Right. We lived in one apartment and then we went to your father's when he died. We bought the house.
And that one
And-
apartment, that was a chill place. Landlord was an asshole, but there was a chill place. When really wasn't any rule there, even, well, there was, and we ignored most of them anyway.
Right.
Appreciate that,
Thank you,
Schmitty. I mean,
Stevie.
Ugglesby. Freaking, I'm gonna go out and have a cigarette myself.
All right. But that was the one thing we were like, as much as we can picture ourselves smoking outside at the house, like I could picture myself having my morning coffee on the patio, on the deck, smoking a butt. I'm like, but at that point, it's because I want to, not because I have to. You know what I mean? Exactly, Smitty. Like here, as much as I like this apartment and it's close to work and like there's so many rules, like we can't use those stickum things to hang pictures. We can't put nails in the walls. Like you can't put your own AC in. The maintenance guy has to do it. They have to take it out. Like any repairs that even like changing the fire alarm batteries, you have to put in a maintenance request. And like they don't, like I still have one of the maintenance requests we put in from January that still hasn't been done. And I'm like, you know, I'm all for following your rules as long as you keep your end of the thing. And every time I call the management company, they'll be like, well, Right, Nora, as long as it's not flooded, yeah. But yeah, their excuse always is, well, they only have one maintenance guy over there. Like, I don't give a fuck. I pay my rent every single month on time. I expect some type of courtesy, you know what I mean? It shouldn't take 4 months for them to come and look at the vent fan in the bathroom because it leaks, and if it runs too long, it smells. Like, it's just, yeah, Nora, we've been there. Yeah. Like one of the house we owned back in when they had the flooding in the Northeast, I think it was like 2010, 2011, around there. Our basement took on some water. We lost a lot of stuff that was in our basement that we didn't have on pallets or off of the floor. But that was like one of the things. Like, it didn't happen often, but bye, my nigga. I mean, and like the house that we're in, according to the little declarement form that they got to fill out, they haven't had any flooding in the basement or anything. So that shouldn't be anything we have to worry about. Fingers crossed. Doesn't change between now and 5 years down the road, but we should be okay. But yeah. I mean, I know there are a lot of places that have had flooding. You can't plant exactly, Smitty. Can't plant a damn onion without some idiot whacking it down with the weed whacker. Exactly, Nora. Shit, we learned that in one of the circumstances we learned that is with Shanae. You know, just with the hurricane, her whole entire house was gone. They pretty much had to rebuild. But yep. You never know. Especially how wacky the weather has been all over the place, you know? Places that don't normally flood get flooded, and places that don't get strong hurricanes have been getting strong hurricanes. And me too, Smitty. I mean, it was something we went back and forth on whether or not we wanted to buy a house here. But I mean, in the long run, I think it'll be better because, like I said, it'll give us at least the equity we need if we want to put a large amount down to go towards the bug out mobile or land or whatever.
Buck out mobile, what about it?
Well, because earlier I was saying that if we pay off this house, we'll use the equity in it either for land or to just possibly invest into the bug out mobile to build up the bug out mobile.
Uh-huh. I see. I'm excited for you and Jimmy. Complain about this and that, but when it's gone, It's gone, can't be fixed or replaced. What? Huh?
Well, because he was saying that there's a lot of flooding out east.
Oh,
And I was like, he was like, you never know, just be thankful what you have because tomorrow it could be gone.
oh
I was
yeah.
like, a perfect example of that is Shanine.
Uh-huh.
You know, one day she had her house, they get a hurricane, the next day everything's gone.
Right?
And
She's
they
still
basically
recouping.
had exactly a year
Mm.
later, they're still recouping
Mhm.
and they're not done.
Nope.
Like,
Nope, their house isn't even finished yet.
nope. So
Getting
you're right
there.
about that, Nora.
But you know,
And he was just saying that, like, without even realizing it, we take a lot for granted.
without a doubt.
I learned a big part of that when I went to the Dominican Republic, like just how much we take for granted.
Uh-huh.
Like we've always didn't know any better. Oh,
Mhm.
hey, well,
Shut
Yeah.
some windows down, maybe that'll help.
I might have found another place. It's Bachelor. Nice, Brandon. I know you've been kind of
Oh yeah.
looking a little bit.
Yeah, he's definitely not happy wherever the heck he's living.
Yeah. I was telling them like as much as I like this apartment, all the rules and
Yeah. Oh, this place is fucked up, man.
a lot of things we can't do. We have to put in a maintenance request, and it takes months for them to answer the maintenance request. And
Yeah. Mhm. I-89 is closed indefinitely.
really,
Going down to Burlington is a lake. Ooh,
oh shit!
wow. I know you guys been getting some fucking rain. I didn't realize it was that bad.
Right? Well, and Megan, my niece, moved to Burlington.
No, that's Vermont. He's not in Vermont.
Oh,
He's in West Virginia. So he's probably talking.
well, she was saying that they got like a month of rain
Yeah.
in Vermont.
Yeah, Brandon, a bachelor, it could be one room. Like your kitchen, living room, and bedroom are all in the same room. That was my first apartment. That was exactly like that. You know, the freaking, you walked in the bathroom, there was a door for the bathroom. You took 2 more steps and you were in the kitchen. You took 2 more steps, you're in the living room. You looked to the left, that was where the bedroom was. And there was nothing dividing any of it.
Exactly, Smitty. That's why I tell Jimmy and Doris I love them because tomorrow may
Mhm.
never come.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how many times, Smitty, that we've had friends that have passed away and we've been like, I just talked to them. Like I was
Uh-huh.
just hanging out with them. And
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh yeah, man. I've lost a lot of friends just throughout my life. A freaking lot of them freaking at young, starting as early as like 15, when they started dropping.
yep, you
know?
definitely take for granted some like that tomorrow will be here and it's never
$900 all inclusive. There you go. I mean, if you can swing the 9, that's freaking pretty sweet. I mean, I think he's in Canada, so that's probably a blowout deal up there, man.
But
Freaking
Ludlow is totally flooded and they say 30 villages cut off. All roads gone.
wow.
Well, that's definitely something to take into
It's funny.
account.
He's talking Burlington and Ludlow. It sounds like Massachusetts.
Sounds like Vermont.
Well, think about it. But Burlington and Ludlow are in a line on the map, freaking in Massachusetts.
Oh God, Smitty, I would kill him. in a bachelor pad, man.
No.
I mean, at least like even in this little apartment, at least I have my own room. I can go in, close the door, do what I
Yeah.
want. He has his space. I have my space.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude, for bachelor pad like that, no matter what it is, it's it's a 1 bedroom. There's gonna be room in there for a living room and a small, the kitchen's probably gonna be tiny, more than likely. Freaking but it'll be more, you'll have everything you need in it. And they
Yeah.
usually those places are usually, I like the all inclusive, dude. That way you're just paying your rent, dude,
Yep. It's kind of like here.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're kind of loving about this place is freaking it's cheap and it's all included, so
I
that's why
would, Brandon.
that's why the AC stays on freaking all the fucking time,
I
like-
mean, if you don't like it, you don't like it. I mean, if it's not that bad, if it's something you
Yeah.
can live with
it never
for
hurts
the
to look.
price.
It never hurts to go look, man. Just make the call, make the appointment, freaking go look at it. Freaking
No, Smitty, it's not.
it's no fun to eat, sleep, and shit all in the same room. Well, you get used to it. It gives you reason. It actually gives you reason to get the fuck out the house a little more too, So
Yep.
I mean, because that apartment I'm talking about, I was never in. I mean, I was literally never in it at the time. I was in that apartment like a month or two before I decided to go on the road and spend 2.5 years crisscrossing the country. Freaking. I was paying rent on that place from freaking places like Walmart and but what is it that MoneyGrams, sending MoneyGrams all over the world, all over the country. I was paying my rent in Texas with a MoneyGram, back in freaking Massachusetts, paying my electric bill the same fucking way, just sending
Yeah.
them money freaking because I knew I owed it. It was $12.30 a month because I was never there.
I mean, and Brandon, like, even like the house
You're
that we
muted,
put
baby.
the offer in. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, not hearing a word. Hold on, let me check my mic. Yeah, it's got to be you. Something happened. Unplug and plug back in. Well,
Hello?
there you go. That got it. Are you there now? Are you back?
Shannon said, I hear Doris.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brandon, even the house we put the offer in, when Jimmy picked it and was showing me pictures, and I was like, absolutely fucking not. No. It doesn't check any of the fucking boxes we want. Absolutely not. Doesn't have a garage. I want a yard. Doesn't have a yard. No. It's too small. No. And then, like, when he started showing people on his stream and everybody started pointing out the good things to me about it, I was like, I'll tell you what, we'll go see it. I won't say no until I see it in person. And once we saw it in person, I was just like, it's got like a little cottage feel to it. I really kind of like it. It's like very, like, it's very cottagey. Like I could picture decorating it like a cottage type of thing. And now the more I picture it in my head, like everything I saw, the more I like it. And I'm like, I could do that. Yeah. I mean, so you never know. Even something that doesn't look good in the pictures, you could look better in person.
Yeah, Brandon, they usually are. It might not be. Bachelor just means 1 bedroom, man. It just means there's only 1 bedroom. Freaking. I mean, here they'd probably call it a studio. Studio apartment, you know.
Yeah, but like Jimmy
Mhm.
said, sometimes it's all one room with the bathroom
Mhm.
enclosed, but sometimes they do have like walls separating the
Uh-huh.
bedroom from the living room, kitchen.
Mhm.
Your living room and kitchen will most likely be one room. Like,
Yeah.
it might be one big room.
Yeah,
Because like
but
here, that's how our kitchen living room is.
check the address out on Google Maps, man. It'll, you know, and type it in on Zillow, freaking or whatever type of real estate pages you have. You might be able to find a picture of it, you know. That's what I'd be doing. I'd put it in all the any real estate pages that you have in your area, you know, freaking I'd be punching the address in there, freaking.
Yeah, like here we have apartments.com. I don't know if
Mhm.
you have that, but that's where most apartments that are for rent are, especially if they're like managed by a company.
Mhm.
If they're like a sole owner on premises type of thing, they may not be on there, but for the most part, most of them are on there, and they'll show you like their showcase apartment, and it'll say
Mhm.
this isn't the apartment, but it's similar to what you see
Right.
here.
Because they're all basically the same. There's, you know, some are mirror images like this way or that way, or inside or out or whatever. Yeah, Google Maps, man. Google
Yeah.
Maps. Then
And then you'll be
can
able to see
you
the
can get a look at
foot.
the outside anyway.
I was gonna say
Friggin-
you'll see the footprint of the outside, see if it has a yard,
You put
parking
it-
spaces.
Yeah, and you then you click the thing and you go down into street mode, so you're on the street and you can look around the yard a little bit. Friggin-
See if it's like beat up on the outside.
mm,
I mean, and even still on the outside, you can't really judge what the inside looks like. Even if the outside looks like shit, I would still, it like Jimmy said, it doesn't hurt to make an appointment to go see it,
yeah.
because the inside could be immaculate and the outside look
Yeah.
like shit.
Yeah, you just go to Google Earth, man. Freaking scroll that pan down, click this thing here. Oh, let's see. Let's go right down to the street. Ooh. Heck yeah, man. Yeah. You can even zoom in. Oh, yeah, yeah. There we go. We know what number that place is. You know, and then you move over here. Now you're looking at the side yard. A little more. Looking at the backyard.
Right. And then like here you can see the driveway. You can see how many parking spaces it has. Exactly, CB. Yep. A
Mhm.
lot of times, if it's bank owned, they'll take whatever you offer just
Mhm.
because the bank doesn't want to have to deal with it.
Well, they usually do auction that shit off.
Yeah. Like a few of the houses we looked at were estate sales where the owner passed away,
Mhm.
and the
And the
realtor was
family's
like,
gotta dump it.
right. The realtor was like, these people will basically take whatever you offer because they want to get rid of it. They just want to settle the
Mhm.
estate, do it. The house is sold.
Yeah.
So yeah, depending on what you're looking at.
Too
one of
bad
the
that house
reasons-
that house wasn't in better shape.
right.
I
That was
like that place.
Yeah. That was also one of the reasons why this time with the realtor. When we bought our first house, we did it on our own. But we were also both very familiar with the area
Mhm.
and things like that. We knew how to research. should have as far as like appliances or insulation or like here, I have no idea. It's
Yeah,
it's like
Brandon, Brandon, you could just assume that they're gonna want first, last. I would assume insecurity, 3 months rent, basically.
right.
And if you prepare for that, then you'll be all set.
Like I know some states like here, for example, and in New Hampshire, they can ask for and security or last. They can't ask for security and last.
Right.
They can ask for one or the other of the latter, either last
Well, in New
or
Hampshire,
security.
New Hampshire was automatically considered a concern. Yeah, the security. It
Right.
was a security deposit.
Which here is the same thing. They'll automatically say first and security,
Yeah,
which is security can equal a first month's rent
right.
or a month's rent.
Mhm.
And that's basically to cover any damages there may be, or if you hop out on the last month's
Uh-huh.
rent, if you don't give them 30 days.
Yep. It's on Facebook. Yeah, look up the address on. I don't know. Look at a Remax. Do you have Remax in Canada? Freaking Century 21. Look up their pages and put the
And-
address in there.
And Brandon, I would, just because I know people that have been scammed by shit on Facebook, I would not give them a dime until you actually see the apartment and sign paperwork. Just because like a big thing like 1 or 2 years ago was scammers taking pictures of houses where people were on vacation and saying they were for sale or for rent, and it would make it a deal you couldn't pass up. And they would book appointments and they would keep pushing it off or say they needed a deposit to hold it. Don't give any money until you actually sign paperwork. One of the girls I worked with at a school, it was basically that circumstance. They had an apartment for rent. They kept rescheduling her viewing appointment. And then finally we're like, so we have to book it out to this date, but to not show it to anyone else, we did a security deposit. She gave them a security deposit and it was a scam. And she couldn't get her money back. Because obviously the people that owned the house weren't the ones that she was communicating with. Right, Oglesby. I mean, I just know so many people that have been scammed that way. And like they make it sound legit. And so I wouldn't even give them a deposit or anything until you sign stuff, see the apartment. But at one point when we were looking for houses, I noticed so many deals that they sounded so too good to be true. And I was just like, I passed up so many places because it just seemed too good to be true. Yeah, Brandon, even like, I get it, but I just wouldn't authorize any money transfers until you see everything and go in the apartment, signed at least some sort of agreement.
Yeah, baby. If he's got a trustee, man, he's all set. They do the dirty work, you know. They ain't gonna fall for nothing. Yeah.
I get it, but I also, in my line of work, I've also seen trustees blow people's
Yeah.
money
Yeah, it happens.
for no, like,
Yeah, it happens.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to,
Uh-huh. I'm sure he has someone that looks after them or whatever.
oh boy.
We will be rescheduling the cook-off that was supposed to be today at 3 p.m. Eastern time for tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern time on Jimmy's channel. Some things came up.
See,
with-
that's almost like how I wanted my hair to
It's
be.
better to just reschedule it instead
Almost.
of one or two people compete. So tomorrow,
you just
2
have
o'clock
to
Eastern
do
time,
that, right?
Sunday on Jimmy.
Yeah,
And
if I gel it up, yeah.
Where's the oh, I guess I'll do.
You can stop sharing anytime.
Yeah, I was trying to get back to freaking where I had seen that freaking. Where did I clip that from? What page
I
was
know.
I showing? Huh.
Uh,
Oh, it was on, it was right here. That's why. That's why. Here's the other one.
hey guys, it's Doris, and I am sharing a competition that Thomas is in. It's just for the cutest pet in America, and he could end up in Catster magazine, and we could win the grand prize. I'm going to share the link below. You can vote every day for free, or you can buy votes. So, we all know everyone loves Thomas. Let's get those votes in. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Uh-huh.
uh-huh. My Bubba's, he's not even in here with me. My Bubba's, as much as I shared you out for your competition. I live in a small town called Mattawa, Ontario.
Mhm.
Very nice, Brandon.
Mhm. I'm sure you got it, Brandon. The only question is how to actually pronounce that, but we won't go into that. Because we probably just mess it up.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Mom from North, what? Oh, okay.
But my mother was born in Little Elizabethtown.
Mm.
I think that's what it is. Pretty sure. think it was a part of Quebec.
Don't know. Never been there.
Me neither. I've always wanted to go there, but never been there. Everyone from Chatham. Yeah, my mother used to say that her parents owned a farm, but they sold it all, came to America, and then went back to Canada for something. So all of my aunts were born in America. My mother, because of circumstance, like, I guess they went over there when my grandmother was pregnant, and she ended up going into labor while they was in Canada. So my mother was born in Canada. But like her bloodline is from Canada. But she's the only one out of all her siblings that were born in Canada. And they said that, like, they used to say that, like, their family owned farms, and I know there was a lot of people from Canada that used to visit us on holidays when we were little, but as far as the land ownership, I don't know. No idea.
Chatham, Massachusetts. Probably not.
Probably not.
I've been there. Mhm.
As much as I like would want to own a farm, I don't know if I would want the responsibility of having to keep up with the farm.
All the animal. Our family was put
Or
on a
even
wagon
just garden.
train in 1779. Queen gave them land of London to Serena to the lake. Still in family co-op now.
That's pretty cool, Oglesby.
Uh-huh. Jimmy, do you live live Tuesday? Yeah, I'll be live Tuesday. I'll be live tomorrow. I blew yesterday off. I was too tired. I went to bed at like freaking 10 o'clock.
I was
I went
gonna
to
say
bed. I went to bed when I should have been started a stream.
I was gonna say, I know he went to bed right after I laid down to watch TV.
Like,
That's usually my signal for going to bed. Because I'll lay down and watch TV, and I'm usually out within.
then you put that rain shit on. That freaked me the fuck out. I was like, I just all I could hear is like it sounded so similar to like the freaking oxygen machine leaking.
I figured it was better than the court TV shit.
Well, the fact that it had a dark screen that helped, but that's why I put freaking Justin Johnson on, because that's just cool music, you know. No words, just him strumming the guitar.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
oh,
And it's usually a darker scene, so it's not all bright and it's not all bright and flashy, you know what I mean? The videos, because just how he does it.
I see.
Mhm.
I haven't listened to the rain thing since we lived in Valley. I
Oh.
used to put it on in Valley. And it was just a way to drown out like when you live streamed or
Oh,
you know what I mean? So it
I
was just
do.
a way to drown out the surrounding
Uh-huh.
noise.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
That's why I like a radio.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Can't even find regular clock radios anymore.
Oh, I'm sure we can.
Love you too, Smitty. Yeah, we probably won't be up much longer
Later, Schmitty.
because I do go to work tomorrow. I just wanted to be able to kill some time. And I think I'm losing my co-host.
Who, what, me?
Yeah.
Well, I did just jump off a ledge and went looking for an alarm clock. That was actually kind of cool looking. For a
Well,
little
the
piece
only
of
thing
shit.
about alarm clock is I like using my cell phone because I don't have to remember to reset it
Uh-huh.
during daylight savings times. It
Uh-huh.
resets itself.
Yeah.
And we stopped using an alarm radio clock in New Ipswich because we couldn't get anything in.
I know that. I'm pretty sure the radio frequencies here are way better.
I don't know. According to the Jeep, I get like 3 stations.
Yeah, but at least they come in.
Oglesby said, yep, 1 a.m. bedtime, up at 9:30. Smoke 1 or 2 more.
There you go.
Sounds like a deal, Oglesby.
Right?
Because I'm on a 12 tomorrow, but if not too much changes between the time I left today and when I go to work tomorrow, shouldn't be too bad.
Mhm.
Should be a fairly easy 12.
Heck, get an alarm clock now, it got 2 USB ports in it.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah. Did I show you all my Tigger Sensi? My Sensi Tigger? He's right over there. He's got a little Sensi pouch in him that's all smelly good. If you smell his bum, you can smell it.
Why would you want to smell dumb?
It's actually his back. It goes in his back.
Mm.
Well, gonna cut the grass, so that's tomorrow for me. Yeah, normally the party's still going on for a little bit. Probably
Just
not too much longer, but a little bit.
a little bit. Just a little bit.
I'll finish my drink and maybe have 1 more cigarette on stream.
What?
What?
Huh? Just
Huh?
finish your drink. You finish your drink, call it a night. Then you can go have your cigarette in peace and go to bed.
Yeah. Fine.
Fine. Come on, girl. I'll let
Well,
you want to be on here till 2 a.m,
it's only midnight.
1:15. Anywho,
Fine.
fine.
You know, when I show up on your streams, I get you going already, but it's only this time. It's only that
Mm.
time. Still early. When it's my
Mhm.
stream, it's really, it's got late. You don't want to be up till this time.
Uh-huh,
Just finish
Just
up and
saying.
call it a night.
just saying.
Shows.
Well,
how
if you're gonna
much-
end it, you know what I mean? Don't fucking,
I know. I know.
don't beat the dead
But-
cat, you know what I mean?
So yeah, everybody, I'm trying to increase my views because that's all I need to be monetized.
Uh-huh,
So I'm trying to live stream again, and I thought go a little later tonight, do a piano. But yep. So if you see any videos come out from me, please watch. So I can increase my hours.
uh-huh. There you go. See, you're already
So-
on the right path anyway, because,
Yeah, I
you know,
know.
this is like 2 streams in a row.
Yeah, I know.
Uh-huh,
And Joseph Girl agrees with me, by the way,
what?
because we were talking about streaming AEW. And I'm like, I really don't want to stream AEW because I feel like the support's not there.
Yeah,
Like, I watch it, but I'm really not into it.
yeah,
And he was like, yeah, mama. He was like, I'm the same thing. He's like, I watch it, but I'm not into it.
mm-hmm. Well, maybe
like-
if you watch it together, you might find yourselves into it.
But when I tried streaming AEW, Kathy, Jesus
Kathy.
Christ, Kathy.
Really, showing up
I
when the
sent
party's
that
all over.
link like forever ago, Kathy.
Yeah, yesterday, for Christ's sake.
Kathy.
Uh-huh.
Hello, beautiful Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
So yeah, I'm still I'm at a toss up because when I was trying to do AEW and WWE,
Mhm.
it was almost too much.
Yeah,
And now AEW has 3 nights a week.
hmm
So I would be streaming
No, you
Monday.
you can just throw one up here and there. Don't make a ritual of it, you know?
Oh no, Kathy. Listen, Kathy. I've tried telling you, you're getting older. You can't do those positions anymore. Don't let them try it. The extra money's not worth it, Kathy. If they try and throw you the bonuses for doing the weird positions,
The pretzel's
do
out.
it.
You saying the pretzel's out?
she said her back's out.
Yeah, no more pretzel?
Yeah, no more pretzel. No more pretzel for Kathy.
Oh,
No more pretzel for Kathy. Kathy's at that age where she's fragile.
uh-huh. Fragile?
Fragile.
Mm.
And I'm sorry, Kathy. I hate being called fragile either. But there's at
Tumbleina
some point,
herself.
there's some point where you have to accept your fragile. As much as I hated when Jimmy would look at me and go, be careful, you're fragile. I absolutely hated hearing those words from him. That's what I'm saying, Kathy. You were bending over.
Mhm.
You were in positions you should not have been in. And you are in
Mhm.
them for too long.
Uh-huh.
No more big spoon, little spoon. No more.
Hmm.
That's why we have younger women coming in, Kathy. So they can do the experimenting. The
Mm.
extra charges for the Hordash. You don't need to take it all. You don't need to, Kathy.
He wants to, though. That's the problem.
I know she wants to. She needs to accept her limitations.
Hmm.
Sorry, Kathy. There comes a time where every woman has to accept her limitations. Some Twinkies are just too big. Sure, the big spoon was great.
Hmm. Hmm. But you pay for it for a week after.
Right. If you're not usable for the next week, it's not profit, Kathy. It's not profit. If our biggest seller is unavailable for a week, we're losing profit, Kathy.
Hmm.
Take one for the team, Kathy. Stop trying to take the big spoon.
She's taking one for the team, baby.
It's because I love you, Kathy. It's why I get all fired up. I love you, Kathy.
Uh-huh. And the music call finally kicking in and doing a deed. Mhm. There goes the audio again. Hey, no. Oh. Hey.
The ones frozen. And get the internet and shit. I don't have my glasses. Haha, I can service my boyfriend anytime. Oh, I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Oh, you're muted, Jimmy.
Oh, I'm muted. I was trying to tell you.
I'm
you
like,
were
why
muted.
can I hear you?
Uh-huh.
I thought it was my headset, and then I
Yeah,
noticed
huh?
the little red microphone.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Apparently I
yeah,
was
this
muted.
has been going on all night, Kathy. Did you see what I wrote, Jimmy and Norris? Yes, you don't have a washer and dryer where you are.
Uh-huh.
You know, Brandon, that's the one thing I'm excited about the house.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I've been doing laundry at a laundromat for the past 7 years. Granted, here we have a laundry room, and at the place we were at a Valley, when we moved to North Dakota, the laundry room was literally right across from my apartment.
Right, but you still needed quarters.
Right. I needed quarters
Mhm.
and to be considerate to other people, I tried not to do laundry overnight. I'm very excited about having my own house, having my own washer and dryer. And God damn it, if I want to throw a load of wash in the washer before I go to bed and throw it in the dryer when I get up in the morning, I'm going to do that. God damn it. Or if I like here, there's like certain hours they suggest you use the laundry room. So I try to abide by that. And the last load they want to go in at 3 p.m. Well, I don't get out of work till 3:30. So other than my weekends off and my days off during the week, that don't work for me.
Mhm.
So I'm very excited that if I go, oh, I want to wear these pants tomorrow, I think I'm going to throw in a load of laundry just because
Mhm.
I can do that. It does get expensive to go to the laundromat. Thankfully, the laundromats I've gone to, like when I have to wash out blankets, or if I work a whole lot and I have like a week and a half of laundry to do, they have really big washers at the laundromat down the road where I can wash everything in one washer. Or I can do all of our bedding, including our blankets, in one washer. I'm learning the days not to go to do that. Like a week ago Sunday, I wanted to wash all my bedding. So I went to the laundromat. Big mistake. Don't go on a Sunday. No. I literally had to wait 30 minutes for a washer big enough to do my blanket
Mhm.
and then wash it and then question whether there would be a dryer available when my wash got done to dry them.
Mhm.
And like I literally just did my blankets because there were so many machines being used and there was so many people there. I was like, I'm just going to wait and I'll wash my regular clothes in my little laundry room back at the apartment complex. And yeah, we'll call it a day. So yeah, and then so 2 Thursdays a month, usually the first and the third Thursday, they have this thing called Laundry Love, which apparently is people that go there and have laundry soap and other things that you need to do laundry for that you don't have to pay for. They like donate it. So it must be some sort of city funded thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't go on those days. Yeah, no.
Mhm.
No. That's what all the people that and they like change out your money and I guess they give you money to do your laundry if you need it.
Oh, Jesus.
So all of the people that can't afford to do
Yeah,
their
I
own laundry
I understand. Everybody
go on
can-
those days.
Yeah, everybody that considers themselves a poor.
There
bastard.
was one day that I went there on one of these days, and I happened to go before it started. But when I went in to get my clothes, as I'm sitting in my truck, I'm noticing more and more people showing up. And I'm like, what the hell? Well, I walked in with this woman who was waiting in her car as well.
Uh-huh.
And she said, I completely forgot that today was Laundry Love Day. Up until this day, I thought Laundry Love, call me silly, call me silly, I thought was like a dating thing where people would hook up
Yeah, yeah.
over doing laundry.
Uh-huh.
No,
Mhm.
that's when I found out what laundry love really was.
Uh-huh.
And I decided never again will I go in on the first or third Thursday of the month,
Uh-huh.
because those are the 2 days they do them.
Well, with any luck, you won't have to go to a laundromat. Except for do the blankets.
From your mouth to God's ears.
Mhm. Yeah, because you still want to do the blankets there. You know?
Right. I would just, and I did the same thing when we had our other house. Like when I wanted to wash our sleeping bags or all our bedding, I would go to the laundromat and use a big washer machine to do it, just so it wasn't beating the shit out of our
Yeah.
washer dryer at home. And I would do the same thing here. Like I would wash all of our blankets or our sleeping bags if we ever use them again. But yeah,
Yeah, for some reason, maybe it's just looking at the campground that we drive by, and some of the other ones that we've seen. It's like I'm not interested in camping around here at all.
well, I'm going to tell you this. I've put in for and I've been approved for the weekend of Labor Day off.
Well,
from Thursday through Sunday.
You better book a motel somewhere.
And I was like, it's my anniversary.
Like I said,
always gone camping.
Better book a hotel because freaking.
Well, and that's I've kind of been looking around at like little town. Like I looked at some places like in smaller towns in North Dakota, and
Jesus.
I thought the same thing. I'm like, even if we book a motel for a day or two, we've always gone away for our honeymoon.
I know.
For our anniversary. So
If
it's not camping, even if I rent a cabin.
That sounds like the best.
I don't
thing
care
to do.
if I
Find a cabin on a lake.
Right. There's a lot of places that have cabins. So that's what I was thinking of, maybe renting a cabin.
Here?
Or even in South Dakota. I told Lisa that I would be willing to go back to South Dakota that weekend. I was just kind of like looking overall. But yeah, I have the last weekend in August off. I think I have like the 25th through like the 29th or something. It's basically like that Thursday through Sunday. Because that's, I think, my weekend off. So I have to work that Monday because it's a holiday. And we're not allowed to request holidays off if they fall on our regular work day. So I assume I'm working that holiday, but tomorrow I'll look and get the exact dates I'm off. Because I think I may have even taken that Wednesday. I know I had a shit ton of time that I had to use.
Yeah.
So, because I haven't really called in or taken any time off with pay, I've always done the I'll make a deal with you type of thing. Shit, the only days I've taken off with pay is 2 days out of the time that Lisa was here.
So when is this again?
It's like August 25th.
Last weekend in August.
Yeah.
In other words.
It's like from that either Wednesday to Sunday or Thursday to Sunday. But like I said, I'll look tomorrow and see what the exact dates are. So maybe we can kind of look together and try and plan something
Hmm.
that we want to do. I was thinking it might be cool to maybe go to like Mount Rushmore or Deadwood or the Badlands, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Because we're certainly not flying home.
Oh, by no means, no.
Thank you, Kathy. Thank you. I was at it's funny because the hairdresser that I have, I really like her. And she's the same woman that did my hair the last time. And she kept saying, I'm so glad that we were able to talk you out of doing a color. And she said, what do you want to do? And I said, I think I want to go a little bit shorter than we did last time. And so she like ruled it out and was like around here. And I'm like, yeah. I was like, I was looking at my work ID, and it was when like my hair first came in like fully grown, but it was still short enough where like it was poofy, not I guess be and poofy as it grows in. So this is what we decided on. And I like it. But we were talking about I took off. So our anniversary is the Thursday before Labor Day. And every year now we've done something. But that's out here. Every year we've taken some sort of trip for our anniversary. Last year happened to be our 20th anniversary, wedding anniversary, and we started our life in North Dakota.
Uh-huh.
So I told Jimmy, with tradition, I put in for like 4 or 5 days off of the last weekend in August, like we always do. And I'm like, we don't really have any plans. Up until last year, we were always just camping. It's what we would do. We'd go camping. Last year, we took the trip to move here. I'm like, this year, even if we rent a cabin or we get a motel or we go camping, I don't really care what we do. I've just always taken these days off and we've always done something. So we were just talking about what our options were of what to do those days. Thank you, Kathy. Kathy said I need an award, Jimmy. For
For
20
what?
years. For 20 years.
Oh, come on.
20 years, Jimmy. It's been more than 20 years, but we were married. This year it'll be 21 since I said I do.
Uh-huh.
Has. It has. I think I should be nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize, but that's just me. He's down a wormhole, Kathy. He's
yeah.
starting to look at things to do for our anniversary and
Definitely down the rabbit hole. I was just looking at getting a place in freaking Bismarck for the weekend.
well, because I know that Mike said there is one weekend that he wants to set aside for us to go see the Badlands. Because that's one
Ooh.
thing that I've always wanted.
Ooh.
And he said we could take his RV and go to the Badlands. I
Uh-huh.
don't know if that was something they would be able to do that weekend, but that was something that he said that he wanted to be able to do with us is the Badlands. Oh, Kathy thinks I need the presidential award. Is that like almost like a Nobel Prize, but not really? I don't want to say a Purple Heart because the Purple Heart comes, that's a special.
That's military for getting
I know
Indian.
that's military, but it's almost like I took a bullet. I took a bullet for society.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes that's how I feel. I
Oh,
took a
okay.
bullet for society. I took one for the team. Is how I feel sometimes.
Mm.
And I know like Purple Heart, no, it's not that. That's a special dedication. What's the one where like a soldier takes one for the team and puts the overall team's benefit before their own?
Oh, when they go above and beyond the Call of
Yes.
Duty.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
That's the Medal of Honor.
I feel like I need a Medal of Honor because I feel like for the past 21 years, I've gone above and beyond for society. Us women, thank you for getting him off the streets.
No. There's plenty of girls that were upset with that.
Who?
I ain't naming names.
Okay.
Okay.
You mean that one girl that continued to send you Christmas cards like 5 years after we were married?
Well, she's one.
Yep. And I would just bite my tongue every year like clockwork. We would get this fucking Christmas card from this fucking bitch.
Uh-huh. Oh, she was a crazy bitch. Don't worry about her. You had nothing to worry about.
And the first one I got, I said to Jippy, who's this person? Oh, that was an ex-girlfriend. Well, motherfucker, why is she still sending you Christmas cards? You fucking married. I know.
Uh-huh.
That's all I got. I know.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't like I was writing the letter back.
Twinkies for everyone, but Kathy gets extras. Kathy gets the flavored ones too.
Oh yeah.
Like Kathy, once we're in the house, I'm sending your ass some of those fucking ho-ho Twinkie fucking mishaps.
Oh, those things were fucking awesome.
They were awesome. They were the fucking, you know how one night I said I was looking for the crocodile fucking cupcakes from when we were kids? That's those, Kathy. That's those. They're just different shapes. They're the same texture, the same flavor. It's the fucking crocodiles.
Mm-hmm.
Your ass is getting some. She was just making sure you still had him and it was safe to go out. But Kathy, seriously, those ho-hos and Twinkies mashed up, they were actually really fucking good. And we're gonna send you some, Kathy. Yeah. Cheers, Kathy. You have pinwheels, Jenna? I don't know. The pinwheels I was never crazy for. I'd eat them, but I never really craved them. Usually they were one of the, like, if I was being the youngest, I babysat a lot. So I would usually, like, when the kids were in bed and I'd get the munchies, they'd always have pinwheels, and that's what I would eat them. And that's what disappoints me about us never having kids. Because I told all those fuckers once I became like older, teenage years, you owe me credits. Don't pay me now. You're going to pay me later. Motherfuckers, I could cash in and be a rich woman by now. Closest thing I can get to s'mores without lighting a fire. Oh, Jenna, one of the girls at work actually made this thing. I'm going to have to send you the recipe. It was like a s'mores dessert, but it was almost like a deconstructed s'mores dessert. You used chocolate chips, mini marshmallows, and cinnamon graham crunch cereal, and you layered it all in a pan. And you could either microwave it or bake it in an oven. Shit was good. It was good. They were called s'mores bars, she said. It was really good. And it like I said, it almost was like a deconstructed s'mores bar. Hi, Kathy.
Hello, Doris.
Oh,
Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
Kathy.
Yeah.
I offered you ho-hos and Twinkies mashed. I think I deserve more than a hello, Doris.
Careful, I overfilled it.
Okay.
Watch it.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't know he was there.
Oh, well.
Come on, you guys go outside.
He got me a cup of coffee.
Oh, that was nice of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you drinking coffee at this such late at night, Kathy?
I don't know.
What's wrong with you?
Long story. So anyway, that woman was sending things to you every year, huh?
Yeah, she used to send him a fucking Christmas card like clockwork, Kathy.
Well, it's because
Like clockwork.
it's because she was making sure that he was still married. That's why.
Yeah, okay.
See, she had to do it over and over again to make sure it was safe to go out.
That makes me feel a little bad, Kathy. Thank you. For phone boning.
Mm.
Right, Jenna. But Jenna, with Fat Thomas, if I didn't think he had a home and I didn't think that it would be an issue if I brought him in the house, that mofo would be in my house right now. He is the most cuddliest, lovingest. Like all
be
he
right back.
wants is love and hugs and pettings and if I didn't think Thomas would be completely jealous because of the way he's acted with him at the windows.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Look at him. I even mentioned Fat Thomas, and here he comes.
Well, when you get a bigger house, you can have
Yeah.
another one. They can go to separate rooms.
Yeah.
See, remember, isn't it funny? Because remember I said, I'm thinking about sending you two beds.
Yes.
I think one of the cats heard it.
I think so.
Yeah.
And Jenna, I would. The only thing that deters me is the fact that our neighbor said he's pretty sure that he actually has the owner. And like, what makes me believe it is how friendly he is. I mean, and I know, and I get it. Like when you said, even if they're straight, if they get to people,
Mhm.
especially people that feed them,
Yeah.
they'll be friendly.
Yeah.
But he's huge. Like he's well fed.
Yeah. He probably just out catting.
Exactly. And that's what
Yeah.
our neighbor said, the guy that lives next door to us. He was
Yeah.
like, the woman lets him out early in the morning and he comes back later at night. And like, apparently she's very proud of his weight because she thinks he's a good hunter.
Mm.
I think it's just all the old people in the fucking neighborhood feed him.
Yeah. Well, you go out.
That's what I've been doing for like the
Yeah.
last week. I've been feeding a little bastard.
Yeah. Think about it. She don't have to pay for cat food that way.
Right. And that's what I thought too. Like, and what makes me feel like maybe he's not is he has a lot of like dandruff. And I feel like that's like from like the yeah, but I remember back when we had Moose, he had a lot of like dandruff, like dry skin type
Oh,
of
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, dandruff.
And
yeah.
the vet had said that was a large part of that was from allergies.
Yeah.
And it would go.
Well, he's
it
probably
wouldn't
got
be-
allergies from all the food he's been eating.
Right. And like it wouldn't be so bad during the winter, but it would really be bad during the spring, early summer. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder if that's it. Like,
Could be. You never know what he's gotten into.
right. But he just seems so like at first he was skittish. So at first I did believe that he didn't have a home because he was so skittish. And then when Jimmy said, "Oh, this morning Fat Thomas let me pet him," and I was like, "Really?" And then like as soon as I saw him outside the next time, I was like, "Come here, baby," and I put my hand out, and he came right to me. I was like, "Huh." And I felt bad for him, so I fed him. And then Jimmy was like, Dwayne says that he has a home. He lives right down the road. There's an old lady that owns him. And she brags about how well of a hunter he is because he's so fat. I'm like, well, maybe it's just he's fat. Oh my God, Jenna. If I had him on my camera when he was running across the lawn, meowing at me, that was the fucking cutest thing because you could see him jiggling as he's going meow, meow. And he was like it was just really cute.
Take his bone from him, Susan?
I take every man's bone from him. What do you think my back's out for?
And Jimmy, I had already fed him before you say anything. He had already eaten.
Okay.
And like yesterday, when I put the food down, he didn't even eat the food. All he wanted was Lovins later in the day, yesterday. All he wanted was Lovins and attention. He didn't touch the food. So,
Come on, take it.
but unfortunately, Miss Kathy,
What?
I have to end this soon. Because I
Huh?
do gotta get up I have to end this soon.
Oh, that's
Because
okay.
I do gotta get up in the morning.
No, that's okay.
I gotta work.
If I would have seen you earlier, I would have came up.
But I'm glad you came up.
Yeah.
Continue.
So we're going to bed. Are you on bed?
I'll take this last out and this and then go out and have a cigarette and go to bed.
All right.
She was like, thank God. My internet's really unstable right now. 'Cause,
Yep.
like everything. So
Good night.
I think we're gonna call it quits. I love you all. Thank you
Right.
for joining me. Thank you for coming up. I love you and I'll see you all tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye.